What in the world, boy? It's your boy Big Low Country. For everybody out there that don't know me, my name is Big Low Country. I'm just an old country boy, former football coach that loves to sit around and talk about sports. Yes, you yourself couldn't have been anywhere in the world tonight, but you're here with us, and I definitely and greatly appreciate it. First of all, if you're watching the show after we've gone live already, make sure you put a what in the world bowl in the comments. Also, make sure that you share the channel with your friends and family. If you do that for me, I promise you, I'll dance at your wedding one day. Bo, I'm finna go ahead and tell you something. We're here. I got back a little bit earlier today from training camp, day 3. Bo, I'm first of all, well, before I get into the whole training camp experience, let me go ahead and show love to everybody that's showing love to me. So you got Big John Higgins in here. It says Big Low Country. Says, what's up with you and Coach Roney? He says, man, tell everybody to calm down about Darnell Mooney. He has a sprained shoulder. He'll be just fine. No need to panic. I'll sit back and listen. Hello, you already know what time it is. What's going on, Big John? Also, Armand in here says, what's up, Big Low Country? What's going on, Armand? Hope you're doing good tonight. Ed Mitchell says, what in the world, Bo? What's going on, Bo? We got old Jordan Yates in here. Jordan says, Big Low, tell these people about James Pierce being an absolute dog. My favorite Falcon after today. Boy, I'm going to tell you something. Y'all gonna learn. Y'all gonna learn. D Robs in here says rise up. He says, Big Low, what's the word with Kobe Bryant? I know we got a chance to chop it up with him today. One thing about these players, man, they're very secretive. But shouts out to Kobe Bryant. I think we got a picture with him today. I can't remember. Um huh. Raymond Elders in here. What in the world, Bo? Also Brian Moses gave us a what's up, Low? 3 yeet. What's going on, man? Coolest Dre's in here. It says, yo, what's up, Big Low? Let's go Falcons. You also got Padre in here. So says, what's up, coach? Coach and staff. 3 yeet to the death of me. Armand says, how was the defense with James Pierce and Jeff Ulbrich today? Oh, I'm gonna tell you something. But before we talk about the X's and O's, I just want to talk to y'all about the Jimmys and the Joes. And whenever I say Jimmys and Joes, I'm talking about the fan base. Let me tell you something. This past weekend, and I know y'all know every year around training camp, I always get so emotional. The camaraderie when it comes to training camp is so crazy, y'all. It is so crazy. Everybody's looking out for each other. Let me tell you, just a couple of examples. Shouts out to my homeboy Deke Ruffin and his son Noah. They flew in from California. They flew in from California. They arrived in Atlanta on Saturday morning at 6 o'clock. Got off the plane, ran through the airport. If I'm not mistaken, I heard that they beat the plane train. Ran through the airport, got a rental car, drove from Hartsfield Jackson up the Flowery Branch, got in there before practice started, had a great time. Shouts out to Carrie. Carrie came up from Florida today, chilled out with the family. She had Nick Nash swag surfing and everything else. Great time. Shouts out to my brother Berto. Berto came down from Rhode Island, 95 North, came south, chilled out with us for a couple of days. Had a chance to eat lunch with some of the homies. Just a great time with Falcons fans. We got a chance to eat at Diesel Tap House yesterday after practice. Mark Ramondi came through, the Falcoholic, T Will, Jack Spade one time for the fan, Mario, Eric Parker, Scott Karasik, Tyler Russell came through. We just had a great time. And whenever I tell you just the camaraderie of being an Atlanta Falcons fan, this is what it's all about. At the end of the day, this is what it's all about. So on Thursday morning, whenever I got ready to go down there, I woke up at like 4:30. And crazy thing is, we were literally staying right by the facility in a hotel, and it's one of them situations where uh Coach Ronnie, I don't know why she was awake. Maybe because I couldn't really sleep on Wednesday night. But Coach Ronnie said, I was getting ready and moving around and everything. And it'll tell them whenever I got there, but because you don't want to get there too early. But the fact of the matter is, it was one of those situations where moving forward, Coach Ronnie was like, "Man, you get ready like it's your first day of school, ain't you?" I was like, "Hey, baby, I'm ready to go, lock and load." Shoot, if I could, I would have pitched the tent. But whenever you get there, you get love from all of these Falcons fans. You get a chance to meet some folks that you never had a chance to meet before. I got a chance to meet Mr. Scott Kennedy. Scott Kennedy, met up with him. Whenever I say Scott Kennedy is cooler in person, and he's a pretty cool cat. He's even cooler in person than he is on the show, and that's hard to say. Jarvis Davis, shouts out to Jarvis Davis, Torrey McElhaney, and just all of the Falcons fans in general. Y'all, we had a great time this past weekend. Now, one thing that I would say, I told Coach Roney whenever I got back today, it was like it literally felt like an adult slumber party because we were all running off of 2 and 3 hours of sleep. By the end of the day today, everybody was dragging. Everybody was dragging. Everybody was tired. Silk Legacy's in here, says, "What in the world, Bo?" He says, Big Low. He says, "I got that Falcons movie clip for you." Yeet! Get some. Okay, what you got there, Bo? We got King Richards in here. He says, "What's up, Big Low? How's that pass rush looking?" Look, we finna jump into it, Bo. We finna jump into it like a pool. Speaking of legends, you also got Berto in here. He says, "What in the world, Bo? What a week, bro. What a weekend." See, once again, speaking of legends, you got Scott Kennedy in here. He says, "What I saw Big Low Country." Dang gum. That's what I'm talking about, Bo. Shouts out to Scott Kennedy, man. Cool people. But yeah, everybody in here showing everybody love. You definitely love to see it. So we got a few things that we need to talk about today. So y'all know on Thursday after practice, we came on here, chopped it up, right? Then moving forward, you had practice on Saturday, you had practice on Sunday. Saturday, come together Saturday. And moving. I think I seen Scott on Saturday. I don't know if Scott, if you could correct me if I'm wrong, but I think I seen Scott on Saturday or Thursday. I can't remember. The days are jumbling up. But fact of the matter is, um, you know, we're seeing a few different things both days. So I know one question everybody has for me is, how's the pass rush looking? Okay, so I'm gonna be completely and thoroughly honest with you guys. And if Scott, aka Scout Kennedy, is still in the building, he could probably attest to this. It's hard to judge how the pass rush is looking without pads on, right? You can see some of the technical aspects. You can see some of the moves that these guys are working on. As far as hand placement, putting their feet with their hands. You can see the progression, and if they're actually coming with the pass rush plan. But as far as actually how it's looking, are they transferring speed to power? Are they transferring power to power and change the direction and everything? It's really hard to tell. Now, what I can say is, with this front that feels like it's a little bit quicker than it was in years past, they're getting a great jump off the ball, right? They're getting a great jump off the ball. Now, one thing that I noticed today is, there were like 2 or 3 offside penalties. So, that's something that, we had to acknowledge, and I'm pretty sure, they're working on the timing and everything. But it's kind of like I used to tell my guys, whenever I coach defensive line, look, I'd rather you jump and, get hit one time, possibly two, depending on how productive you are. I'd rather you jump, we get flagged, and, we see what we got to work with, than being eaten alive all day long. So, look, it's a situation where, moving forward, I feel like we have a possibility to be pretty good. But look, they built this new weightlifting facility. Let's see how much them boys have been working. Now, every time I'm at the facility, even before training camp started, I'm seeing guys in the waiting room working. So, you know, let's see what it's looking like. I look at guys like James Pierce, who is obviously the star of the show today. I don't know, um, in it's once or a couple of plays were for actual plays, and the other ones was for him being a tough guy. But James Pierce, he looked bigger. After he looked bigger now than he did after he got drafted. Um, uh, the program that they have in Georgia is basically a pro program. Them boys literally run steps to just to get to the waiting room. So I mean, Jalen Walker, he's looking pretty much the same. But it- moving forward, as far as what the pass rush is looking like, we're going to have to wait till we get past Tuesday to see what that's looking like, and then you'll really get a chance to get a good gauge for it whenever they do those team versus team scrimmages. So I'm definitely excited about that. Now, um, a few things that I noticed, and I don't know if y'all heard anything about it. Also, Miss B, what's going on? Hope you're doing great today. We got Joy in the building. What's going on, Joy? Hope you're doing good today, my family. Southside Ricky's in here. Much love to you. Terror Artist 404. He got off of Madden to come whip up on some folks. A1 Forever. What in the world, Bo? How you doing, CJ? What in the world, Bo? Hope you're doing good tonight. Um, it's one of them situations. Got George Deacle in here. What's going on, George? My old high school classmate, George Deacle in here. Hope you're doing good. Hope the family's doing well. Um, Drake London. People were talking about Drake London a whole lot yesterday. Said it was one of those cases. Well, I mean, it was one of those cases where the ball touched the ground a few many times. It's one of them situations where he didn't complete a few catches. He had a fumble. Now, I, if I'm not mistaken, I seen the defense work on peanut punches twice during practice today. So of course, they're really trying to emphasize on getting the ball back, right? So there have been very active hands. Drake London did indeed have the sleeves on. I mean, and y'all know, based off of what we had at a New Orleans game, how it worked whenever Drake London wears sleeves. So I don't know if he's experimenting again, but it may be one of them situations he might have to trash the sleeves if he wants to hold on to the ball consistently. Um, Shouts out to Yuri in the chat. Much love to you, Yuri. Hope you're doing good tonight. He says big love autograph line at training camp this weekend. All right, Yuri. All right, Yuri. They came to see Yuri. That's what they came to see. I also got my cousin in here, Octavio Williams. He says, "Hey, cuz, what up, bro? What's going on, man? Hope the family doing good up there. Um, much love to you. Hope y'all doing good. Hope y'all enjoy the show." A1 Forever says, "We were so litty this weekend, so much fun, but we were too litty, man. It was one of them situations where, like I said, I'm trying to recover. I'm limping around the house." Because I climbed up and down the hill probably 15 times. Now I'm limping around the house, feet hurting, walking around like an older man. But we had a great time, bro. Great time. Um, so moving forward, Bijan Robinson, doing Bijan Robinson like things. Every time he gets the ball, yeah, I don't know if y'all seen, if y'all could put, if y'all seen uh, the top 100 clip where whenever Saquon Barkley was saying, Bijan Robinson's going to be the next great one. If y'all seen that, put a one in the chat. If you didn't see it, put a two in the chat. It's one of them situations where I could explain it to you, but I don't want to waste your time. Y'all know how I feel about wasting time. I'm not going to be one of those people that consistently put shows up, just to talk to you. But Bijan Robinson, bro, he looks unreal. He looks even quicker than he did in the last couple of years. He's making cuts that are unreal. It's going to be impossible to guard him. But moving forward, I feel like this offense is going to be a whole lot more explosive, especially with the way Michael Penix is painting the corners of the field. Um, I really feel like it's going to give Bijan Robinson more of a chance to break loose. In the words of T-Pain, Chris Brown, and Lil Mama, shout to get loose for all my millennials out there. I don't know if you anyway, shout finna get loose. And one of the things that I always said about Bijan Robinson these last couple of years is, he really hasn't broken off the big, huge runs, right? I know he caught that pass against the Saints on the last game of the season from Desmond Ridder, and that was like a 60, 70-yard touchdown pass. But he hasn't like really made the explosive long runs like we were hoping that he would. But I'm going to go ahead and tell you, I feel like you're going to have a few explosive runs this year. That once again, somebody said, I believe it was John Higgins. He said a little bit earlier in the show, he said, "Hey man, tell everybody not to worry about Darnell Mooney. He had a sprained shoulder. He'll be all right." Look, whenever I say, I feel like it's one of those situations where moving forward will be good, because I feel like our wide receiver room is grossly underrated, guys. The reason why I say that, for example, today, Jamal Agnew, he balled out pretty good. I'm going to be completely honest with you now. Ray McLeod got his man today. Ray McLeod was balling. And then, you look at the Nick Nashes of the world. Chris Blair came out, had a great touchdown pass. Once again, Nick Nash, he caught a touchdown pass in the red zone across the middle of the field, which is what you would hope for from him. Because man, the guy's huge. He looks like he could play. A lot of people don't know this, but he was converted from tight end to play wide receiver. He looks like he could still play tight end. Push comes to shove, you may have a whole nother Felipe Frank situation where you got a tight end that could play multiple positions. Okay, so yeah, I see Coolin, E. Roberts, rounds one, Larry, CJ, shouts out Coach Idris. They all said that they seen where they were talking about Saquon Barkley was talking about Bijan Robinson. So yeah, offensively, y'all, we're clicking. Whenever I say we're clicking, we're legitimately clicking. It's one of those cases where we just have the arm talent. And shouts out to my homeboy Larry from the Dixon Way. I was on his stream earlier today while we were watching training camp. And it was one of those cases where Larry said, "Hey, Bo, have you noticed that we haven't seen the quarterbacks throwing into a net?" I don't know if y'all remember this. Whenever, and as a matter of fact, I did a video about Desmond Ridder throwing into the net with the 3 holes in it. He was like, "Have you noticed that it's one of those cases where we haven't seen them do that drill or throwing into the trash can?" And he was like, "Hey, maybe it's because accuracy isn't an issue." I was like, "You know what? I have not seen that. I haven't seen us do any accuracy drills. The only thing that our quarterbacks have been doing is just throwing to receivers, which shows that, it's indicative that we legitimately have a quarterback with the arm talent." We got our first Superman chat of the night. Shouts out to my homeboy Padre. He says, "Hey, coach. So I heard them boys was fighting at practice because they were arguing over who's going to be on the show with you." Dadgum. He says, "Can you confirm?" Hello. I'll hang up and listen. Da da da. That's a Superman chat. Good grief, Padre. Man, look out here. I wish that was the case, Bo. But y'all know I'm not really that big of a guest guy. You know what I'm saying? I know them guys. I know that everybody's too important to be talking to little old me. So it's not a situation where I'm like, "Hey, man, come on the show." I don't want to embarrass myself. I want to embarrass myself. Uh, Armand says, "Do you think we could use Lenny Craig and Koo in the regular season, like how Washington used 4 kickers last season?" Look, I'm gonna be honest with you. It's one of those cases where I don't know if that's I don't know if that's the situation where I don't know if that's something that I would pursue because I want to use that extra roster spot for something else, right? But it's one of those things. It's at half dozens and six. But I don't know if I want to take up an extra spot for an extra kicker. But that's just me. That's just me. All right. So as far as defensively, let's talk about the elephant in the room, right? Let's talk about what everybody's talking about. It's crazy how whenever there's a camp fight, you could come out here and stonewall a defense all day long. You could be in a situation where they don't never get back to the pass rusher. You've been stopping them. You've been pancaking them. You got to go to the grocery store because you need more syrup because you pancaking these boys so much. If anybody know about syrup, it's my homeboy Matthew Bergeron. Shouts out to Matthew Bergeron. Anyway, fact of the matter is, whenever there's a camp fight, everybody loses. In the words of the Joker, everybody loses their minds. Every time there's a camp fight. So, for everybody that don't know, James Pierce Jr. got in a fight with Ryan Duziel and Matthew Bergeron today. They said helmets got ripped off and people were jaw-jacking each other. Leonard Floyd came and got involved. James Pierce Jr. also got in another fight with Caleb McGarry. Everybody's saying, man, boy, I'm going to tell you something. Look at here. We got us some dogs now. Just because you fighting don't mean you a dog. It's good. What Jeff Obrecht say? Like, hey, we're trying to incorporate the fact that we're a physical team, but we can't go we can't go over the edge. We can't do too much. But I want to ask y'all a question. I can't believe I'm asking this question. Because I all over Twitter, that's what everybody's been talking about. I've been to a few camps, whenever I coach. I mean, even whenever I coach middle school football, people fight, right? And the crazy thing is that the team whenever I coach high school football, that team fought the most. They were soft in the baby boo-boo. They were fighting because they were frustrated. So I want to ask y'all, are y'all excited for the fact that y'all have a young Thundercat, aka CJ, JPJ equals YN? Are y'all excited about the fact that we had a young Thundercat get in a fight with, what is it, 60% of the offensive line? If y'all are excited about that, put a 1 in the chat. If y'all, if it's a situation where you're like, hey, as long as you get them sacks on Sunday, I don't really care about it. Just show me the baby. Put a 2 in the chat. I just want to know what y'all thinking. Because everybody's excited about the fact that James Pierce Jr. got the fight. Now, moving forward, we had a fight during OTAs. No, our OTAs or minicamp. We had a fight during OTAs or minicamp. And everybody was saying, man, Raheem Morris, they started fighting, and Raheem Morris stopped the fight. Raheem Morris, how can he do that? How can he just stop the fight? Man, let them boys, look here. If you want these guys to be tough, he just stopped the fight and stopped practice. Like, hold on. You want them to get hurt fighting each other? Y'all just unnecessarily aggressive. You want to get hurt fighting each other? Now, hold on, chill out now. What in the world? All right, so let's see what everybody's talking about. My homeboy, brother Jose, he talking, man. We're gonna get into that. T Terry, he says one, Auntie Joy says she don't care. She's part of the crash out crew. That's what y'all are tonight. Tonight, y'all are the crash out crew. CJ, he says one. Brother Jose says one. Auntie Joy put 111 ones in the chat. Good grief, Joy. Goodness gracious. You don't got to do it like that. B says 2. She says, YN just do your job. Tracy Brownlee says, nah, 2, show me the baby. Bernard Cantrell, Terry Oceans 11, Boy Martin Says, look here, just do your job. They don't be TT him. Don't be team too much. Padre says 1, because he supposedly doesn't care about the game per sources. Soft or not, you don't fight when you don't care. Hello. Okay. I got you. I got you. Michael Smith says, what in the world, Bo? What it do, man? What's going on, man? Hope you're doing good. John Person in here says 2, I'm concerned, coach. He had so-called character issues in college. Okay. Daryl Brownlee says 2, just show me the baby. Tier Artist 404 says 1, he showed up, not scared, no matter who you is. Okay. P says 1, says, look at here. You know, and P a Dallas Cowboy fan. P said, look here, I ain't used to nobody being tough. Somebody's tough? Goodness gracious. Now, to a certain extent, shouts out to my homeboy John Person up there in Tennessee. To a certain extent, it's two sides of the coin, right, John? Because just like you said, people said he had character issues in college, right? And it kind of goes into the point where Padre was making whenever he was saying, hey, he doesn't care about the game. Now, mind you, fighting could be one or two different things. Fighting could be a situation where either you don't care about the game, you just care about, the other person, grabbed you in an inappropriate place or, put his finger in your eyes, right? And you don't really care about, what happens next. You don't care about the team. You're just trying to get with them. Or fighting could be, hey, I'm so passionate about this, you're finna feel my energy. I got to put these hands on you because, you're not going to beat me today. Right? So, there's two sides to the story. Like I said, I know the kid, throughout the whole, process. And I don't know if y'all remember this. And if y'all do remember, put a 3 or a 3 in the chat. I told y'all that there's a possibility that we would have this. Right? I don't know if y'all remember me talking about this whenever we drafted him. I said, hey, he's a very passionate kid. He's quiet, but he's very passionate. And I said, I was like, hey, I've seen him, get with other players. I've seen him, want to make sure that he gets the job done if he needs to, and he's got passionate with coaches. Myself, I don't think that's necessarily a character flaw. I mean, we all seen the interview that he had with Tori McElhaney. It was kind of awkward. Shouts out to Tori. Tori, she actually gave me some insight on that interview. The crazy thing is that he told her before he did the interview, he said, hey, I'm not used to doing this. I need you to work with me. And Tori said, you know what? That is so great that you said that, because you're transparent with me and you communicated that with me. We could go ahead and, this is something that we could work through. Tori McElhaney did an excellent job on that interview. But the fact of the matter is that, some people are a little socially awkward. Some people don't feel as comfortable. Some people are introverts, right? And I feel like if you put that together with, you being, uh, um, you're being very passionate about what you're doing, about your craft. I love it. I'll put it to you like this: I'd rather have a James Pierce Jr. than a Takk McKinley. I'd rather you be, passionate about what you're doing and, kind of keep your head down kind of guy, opposed to being loud and wrong. I'm just saying. Does anybody remember whenever we drafted James Pierce Jr., I kind of explained his personality type? If y'all do remember, put a 3 in the chat. It's one of those situations where I told y'all, like, hey, he's probably going to have some scuffles. This guy, he's a dog. He's passionate. He's not the most vocal guy. He's not the most communicative guy. Coach Ronnie, if she sees this, she's going to beat me up. He doesn't communicate the most. Like, he doesn't talk. He ain't going to talk your head off. But he's legitimately a passionate guy, and I kind of figured that something like this was gonna happen. Crazy thing is, we ain't even got it pads yet. These guys are just thudding. So at the end of the day, I feel like I feel like this is kind of his. I feel like this is kind of his coming out party, if that makes sense. I feel like it's a situation where everybody's starting to learn who James Pierce is. If that makes sense. Like whenever I told y'all, hey, it's not a situation where he doesn't care about the game. He's just not that much of a talker. He's one of those, like everybody's uncle in here who's probably said, I could show you better than I could tell you. Auntie Joy says he may turn out being the leader. And exactly. I don't know if y'all seen any of his interviews lately. He's a little bit more comfortable, Jalen Walker, he's from Georgia, he's media trained. He's more of an extrovert. Jalen Walker, like, he's talking. Like, hey, he's running for mayor. On the other side, James Pierce, he's like, hey, I'm here to do what I do. Yeah, I'm trying to get better at talking to y'all, but I mean, think about it. Julio Jones was the same way. Julio Jones, he wasn't that much of a talker, but he was a dog. Hello, come on now. So look, it's one of those situations. Okay. Oh, so yeah. Look, Coach Dreesy, she agrees with me. She sees what I'm talking about. Carl Thomas in here singing to Miss B said, "Hey, where you been?" Miss B talking, "Nuck if you book." What in the world? What in the world? Goodness gracious. Padre said, "You ain't have to poke holes in my argument for fighting like that." Coach, no, I ain't trying. Come on, no, Bo. I ain't trying to poke holes in your argument. I'm just saying, it's one of those situations where, look, it's on both sides. I ain't trying to straw man you. I ain't trying to do you like that. August 809 says, Tack had a few screws loose. Yeah, man, shoot. Tack falling apart, walking down the stairs. Atlanta Falcon Fandemic in here. He says, what it is, Bo? Says, man, I appreciate y'all keeping us who couldn't make it tuned in what's going on at camp. Hey, Bo, I appreciate you for being a huge Falcon fan, Bo. Much love to you. Y'all make sure y'all check out Atlanta Falcons Pandemic on YouTube. Yeah, Terry RS 404, CJ Hill. They said they I remember whenever we talked about what kind of person James Pierce is now. He's a dog. In Pursuit of Excellence is in here. What's going on with you, Bo? He says, I knew that you would say Tack McKinnon. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Like, look, that's just who it is. Talkative. Thank you so much. Communicative, communicative, talkative is a whole lot better. Appreciate that. Dreesy, gave us a 3 years. Shouts out to Dreesy. CJ Hill says, JPJ is fire. Jalen Walker is ice. I'll take it. Shouts out to Ice, man. Matt Ryan came to practice today. He told me to tell Padre that he'll have his money for him on the 15th of next month. So shouts out to Matt Ryan. He owed Padre some money, but he said he's going to get him paid back as soon as possible. Michael Smith in here. He says he just got that dog in him. That's all. Exactly. Now I wish I had a dog in me, but I ain't. I ain't built like that. I try to talk myself out of the situation. That's. Tramel Think says, Brick standing on. Hey, Bo, you already know it. Atlanta Falcons fan Demi says, you was everywhere. A lot of people had you in their Hey, man, look, we had a great time. Now, look here. As far as what James Pierce did on the field today, I saw a play. It wasn't necessarily a sack. It wasn't a forced fumble. It was a play. And I actually tweeted about it. It was a play that legit made me shake my head, and that's what made me realize we got us a freak athlete, Bo. So Kirk Cousins, it was Kirk Cousins. I think it was the second team offense against the second team defense. they change everything around so much. It's kind of hard to keep up with. But Kirk Cousins ran a little play action, booted out, and thought that he was going to kind of sail the ball over James Pierce's head. Bo, whenever I tell you, James Pierce, you know how you have those people who could jump, and then you have those people who could like spring, like they don't have to load up or anything, they just spring up. That's how I used to be. I didn't have to gather. I didn't have to like throw the hands back and then jump. And I just sprung up, right? James Pierce was coming in he was coming in as a free rusher because they were trying to give the illusion that they were blocking down. And whenever James Pierce came in there, that man sprung so quick and so high. I couldn't believe it. He got a good 35 inches easy. And like I said, no load up or nothing. And he tipped the ball. And I mean, I think that really verified to me what type of athlete we have, Bo. Whenever I tell you, and once again, we haven't even gotten to the pads. So it's kind of hard to tell. Like I said earlier in the show, it's hard for me to tell you how the pass rush is looking. But whenever I tell you, yeah, Justin, exactly, that screen pass. Whenever I tell you that man got so high, so quick, it's legitimately, I ain't going to lie to you. I was like, that play, I ain't going to lie to you. I got naked. I'm just going to be completely honest with you. I got naked. I was like, man, look at here. It's time to go. Bo, we got us an athlete. Whenever I say it got real, it got real. CJ says, I know Jalen was mad. He couldn't practice today. Yeah, boy, you can see him. He was over there pacing. Bo, James Pierce Jr. is the truth. He is legit the truth. Shouts out to Yuri in here. Yuri here says, Bigelow is assistant GM to Terry. Nah, man. Look at here. Whenever I tell y'all, I think Yuri is part owner of the Atlanta Falcons because whenever we got to training camp, we walked in with Yuri and they told us we could sit with the family and friends and the owners. I was like, well, dang, Yuri, you're not a family or friend, so you must be one of the owners. Yuri said, stop asking questions, Lo. Just come on. I was like, dang, come, Yuri. You doing it like that? Goodness gracious. Yes, CJ, freak athlete. In the words of my homeboy Berto, Javon Curse 2.0. It's there. It's there. I'm telling y'all, it's there. It is there. Michael, and I seen somebody else ask a little bit earlier, is Kobe still hurt? So, Kobe, he was out there running around and stuff. But they got him on that NFI list. Kobe, he came over there, took some pictures. Look at here. Kobe was getting the same amount of love, especially from the young kids. Like whenever I say like the youth football kids, Kobe was getting the same amount of love as Bijan Robinson. Kobe gets some. Kobe Bryant is the most. I think he's the most highly touted undrafted free agent we've ever had. Whenever I say Kobe like got an aura, he got a legit movement behind him. People love him some Kobe Bryant now. He is legit. You're right. He's a fan favorite. They love him some Kobe, especially the kids. Man, I'm just eager to see what he does. But yeah, they love him some Kobe. They love him some Kobe. Daryl's in here. What's going on, Daryl? He said, "Hey man, that boy Root looked good too." Look, and once again, it's one of those situations where Rook, Dorless, all those guys, it's like I feel like they're getting off the ball a whole lot quicker. And like I said, the defense feels faster. Front to back, the defense feels faster. And it's one of those cases where moving forward, I'm really eager to see how it looks whenever they put pads on. So, whenever they put those pads on, we're going to really see, we're going to really see what they're talking about. Let's see. Okay, Padre says, he says, we got 180 watching, but only 48 likes. The math ain't mathing, y'all. Get on that like. But if y'all could, Appreciate that, Padre. I definitely appreciate that. If y'all could, make sure that y'all hit that like button. If you hit that like button for me, I promise you I'll dance at your wedding one day. Also, make sure that you hit that subscribe button. We get a chance. We get together, have coaches meetings like this all the time. So make sure that you hit that subscribe button, so we don't miss you don't miss a chance that we get a chance to get together, because we legitimately have a great time. If y'all hit that like button for me, I promise you I come cut a ring. It don't got to be your wedding. It could be your bar mitzvah. If you have a vow renewal, you have a retirement party. We coming and we shaking the leg, bro. I'll bring my scissors and my knife and my hedge trimmers. Well, Jack Spade has my hedge trimmers, but I'll bring something so I can come cut a rug. Oh man, Michael Smith says we still talking about the defense. Michael Smith says Braylon Trice. He asked what he was looking like. CJ Hill, he hit it right on the head. Faster than we all expected. Braylon Trice, once again, this front seven is just faster. It's faster the same way it was in 2016 whenever I went to the preseason game. I told Coach Ronnie, I was like, man, these boys are fast. I'm just seeing a whole bunch of blurs running around the field. It's one of them situations where the question is, can they put it together? So, you can be fast. That's cool. But I need you to be where you need to be. Once again, loud and wrong, right? Well, we need you to be fast and wrong too. That's the thing. That's the thing. Let's see here. Carl Thomas says, wait a minute. That's your opinion. That doesn't make it right. Oh, okay. Talking to you. Okay. Yeah, because I ain't never wrong. I don't know. I was sitting here legit confused, Carl Thomas. I was like, wait a minute. Nah, I ain't never wrong. I just playing. I was just playing. Oh man. So T Terry, he asked Billy Bowman. Well, he says Billy Bowman was looking good out there. So I'm finna make a statement. And I don't know if I made this statement on Thursday night or not. Y'all please don't jump on me after I make this statement. In man coverage, or whenever people came through his zone, Billy Bowman played the best coverage on the team. I am not lying. I am not lying. In man coverage, or when we were in zone, Billy Bowman played the best coverage. He had the best coverage on the team. Better than AJ Terrell. Better than Mike Hughes, who's made some plays so far this past week. Better than Xavier Watts. Better than Clark Phillips, who's actually been running with the third team. Billy Bowman has played the best coverage. He's had the best man coverage on this team so far in training camp. And he's starting to run with the ones more and more often. Y'all, I'm going to tell y'all, there's a possibility you might have three rookies in the starting lineup sometime throughout this season. And if they show up and show out like we've been talking about it, you might have those four defensive rookies in the starting lineup. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Terry Hart said, "Hey, boy, he said, look here, that's a big statement for real now." But I'm just keeping it a book. I'm just being honest with you. Auntie Joy in here. Auntie Joy says, "What's in the cup?" Now look here, Joy. You know good and well. You sitting up here talking about, asking questions about what's in my cup. What's in my cup is in my cup, right? It might be wine, it might be grape juice. But if you see me smiling, that just means I'm happy to see it. It's grape juice. If you see me smiling, that just means I'm happy to see you. But yeah, I gotta get back right after this weekend, man. Y'all don't look at here, y'all. Y'all don't understand. All right. So y'all don't understand like how taxing training camp is. If there's anyone in here that has gone to training camp, um, feel free to chime in. But y'all don't understand how taxing training camp is. So for in Atlanta Falcons, well, I don't know what in the world going on, but doggone, I used to park, and everybody that's an Atlanta Falcons fan knows where I parked at. And I'm sorry if I'm being bougie or being a diva right now, but I need to talk to Rich McKay or somebody. Every practice or OTA, I park legit across the street on the curb, in my truck. Everybody knows that. They seen the blue truck, blue F-150 on the curb. That was the sign saying, "Hey, Big Lowe's here." Right? Tell me why on Saturday, whenever they said they they issued out 16,000 tickets. They put a sign up talking about, "Hey, you can't park on the grass. Anybody who parks on grass will be told." And I'm sitting here like, "Bo, I've been parking on the grass for doggone the last ain't no telling how many years." So now I gotta walk all the way down to the parking lots where everybody else got to park. I'm sitting here like, look here now. So if anybody in the Falcons organization, if anybody's watching this, I need a parking pass or something. I'm a big boy, if you can help a brother out. Also, appreciate my homeboys Atlanta Falcons Fandemic in here. He says, hey, notice how everybody's name is being said for doing good. This talk wasn't like this last season. Something feels different, y'all. Dun, dun, dun. That's a Superman chat. You're definitely right, my friend. You are definitely right. But if y'all haven't been to training camp, and I'm pretty sure there's some folks in here who has gone, and like I said, y'all can feel free to chime in. Y'all don't know how taxing this is. So you got to walk. It's probably 3/8 of a mile. Say 3/8 of a mile, depending on which parking lot you park in. You got to walk. You carrying the chairs and everything. Then you wait in line, depending on how dedicated you are. Some people wait an hour and a half. Some people wait 3 hours. So after that, you walk down the stairs. You got to take your chairs out the bag and everything, for them to make sure that you ain't bringing nothing you ain't got no business bringing in there. Then you walk down the stairs, walk across the parking lot. Then you walk up a hill, right, to get to the top of the hill. Then if you want to be down there at the bottom of the hill, you got to walk down the hill. Moving forward, if it's a situation where you gotta go to the bathroom or get you something to eat, you gotta walk back up the hill. Then by the time 9:45 gets there, that shade has receded, and now the sun's on your back. So sun's on your back for a good 2.5 hours. You're standing up. I mean, y'all know me. I'm dancing. I'm just dancing. Doing my thing. So then moving forward, it turns into a situation where you're hot, you're tired, then you got to make the trek all the way back over there. It's a whole bunch. It's legit a lot. So I mean, moving forward, I'm gonna tell y'all, if you go to training camp, you're gonna lose 3-4 pounds that day. We went Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday. It's a lot, bro. It's a lot. Yes, Antonio, you getting them steps in. You getting them steps in. I think on Saturday, I think I got 11,000, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. I think I got 11,000. Yeah, you're said, hey man, that Saturday practice had me melting, man. Yes. Oh, okay. Daryl said they sit on the top. Okay, look. I like to go down because I like to speak to everybody while I'm going down, show love to everybody, and try to get the Falcons fans hype. But look here, Bo, it's intense. It's intense. So you definitely got to enjoy a training camp. Eugene Hunt says we need some more songs for this year. Look here, I got you. Coach Ronnie fussed at me the other day. She said, "Hey, Coach, you might be out of pocket for these." I was like, "No, we ain't never out of pocket. We coming at them." Atlanta Falcons fan Denver says, "Hey, Jack Spade says you cannot park in the front of people's mailboxes. I ain't parking in front of nobody's mailboxes. Nah, I ain't parking in front of nobody's mailboxes." Oh man, probably said Big Low got that mango peach shot. Man, come here, bro. Let me tell you something. What's in my cup is in my cup now. It might be grape juice. It might be wine, but if you see me smiling, that just means I'm happy to see you. Also, my homeboy Georgia Texas boy has been pushing the narrative for the last how long has it been, Georgia Texas boy? 5 months. He's been trying to tell y'all that the new era is here for the Atlanta Falcons. Look, I mean, I, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. After seeing these first 3 practices, I could definitely see it. I'm definitely on board with you, especially the way that this offense is looking. You know, um if you look at the way Michael Penix Jr. is distributing the ball, it's one of those situations. What's going on, Bo? This guy KG, what in the world, Bo? If you look at the way Michael Penix Jr. is distributing the ball, we have an opportunity to be a top 5 offense in the NFL for the 2025 season. I'm gonna say this one more time for the people in the back. The way that Michael Penix Jr. is distributing the ball, you have an opportunity to be a top 5 offense in the NFL. Now, the beautiful thing is that it's a whole lot less stressful because, to be honest with y'all, people aren't talking about it. But Kirk Cousins slinging that tater too. People, like, of course, everybody's, wild with the whole thought of Michael Penix, but Kirk Cousins is slinging that tater too. Whenever I'm telling y'all, this young Thundercat, no, I'm sorry, this OG, this Unk and Kirk Cousins is throwing the ball all around here like it's crazy. He is throwing the ball around here like it don't make nobody sense. So somebody put the stats up, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, okay, you know what? It was actually on Twitter. But Michael Penix today went 13 of 16, had 2 touchdowns. Michael Penix hasn't thrown an interception in camp yet. I also, repeat that one more time for the people in the back. Michael Penix has not thrown an interception one time when it comes to training camp. If I'm not mistaken, Kirk Cousins went 7 for 11. I don't want to lie to you. I don't want to lie to you to make it sound fly to you. But it said Kirk Cousins went 7 for 11, had 1 touchdown to Nick Nash. Threw him a slant, middle of the end zone, good ball. Yeah, T-Terry, yes. I'm telling you, people don't realize Kirk Cousins, he was slinging that tater now. He was slinging that tater. So I mean, moving forward, um, it's one of those cases where I'm going to be honest with you. We have the best quarterback room in the NFL today. If you don't agree with me, you can argue with your mama. If y'all agree that we have the best quarterback room in today's NFL, put a 1 in the chat. If you disagree with me, feel free to put a 2 in the chat. I just want to know what y'all thinking. While y'all are doing that, I'm just gonna go back over and see what y'all talking about. My homeboy Jamil in here. What's going on, Jamil Vegas? He says, "Man, I hope Koo got everything straight this year, or Craig still in that spot real quick." Koo actually went 4 for 5. Lenny Craig went 6 for 6 today. I think his longest field goal was like 61 yards, if I'm not mistaken. Actually, and as a matter of fact, shouts out to Jack Spade at one time for the fan. Y'all make sure y'all check out Jack, T. Will, Carey, Bodie at one time for the fan. Jack Spade actually asked Lenny Craig. He was like, "Hey man, what's the longest that you can make a field goal?" If I'm not mistaken, I think he said 68 yards. He said 68 yards, if I'm not mistaken. I'm just gonna be completely honest with you, man. Your boy Koo might be out of here. He legit might be out of here. Shouts out to my homeboy Ryan KK24. He actually corrected me today. I told him, hey man, my bad. I wasn't on the same page as you. So it's Ryan KK. But he says, what in the world, Bo? Great to see you today. Ryan, much love to you, Bo. It's great to see you, man. Thank you so much for coming on and chilling out with us. Yeah, so I mean, moving forward, I legitimately feel like we have the best quarterback room in today's NFL. Antonio James says, trade bait. Hopefully we'll find a sucker. I mean, suitor. Armand says, if the defense isn't performing well, during the middle of the season, what do you think will happen in the front office? Raheem and Ulbrich fired? I don't know. That's a good question. That's a good question. Look, if the defense isn't performing well with all of the moves that we made, there's definitely some changes that need to happen. Now, I was telling somebody a little bit earlier today, whenever we were at training camp today, I said, hey, maybe it was a situation where we had too high of expectations for this defense because everybody was saying, hey, if we could get a top 20 defense, like we knew it was one of those cases where um we knew it was one of those cases where our defense wasn't, gangbusters. We knew that, right? And we knew that, we wanted to kind of run people off the field. But it's one of those cases where we signed Matthew Judon and then we turned around and signed Justin Simmons, right? And we were so excited. We were like, hey, with those moves, we should be going to the playoffs. Well, let me ask y'all a question. What teams do Matthew Judon and Justin Simmons play for today as of July 27th, 2025? Can anyone answer that question for me? What teams do these guys play for today? If you could answer that question for me, I I I don't know. I don't know. I'll sing it with it. I don't know. But fact of the matter is, can somebody tell me what teams these guys play for today as we go into training camp? Richard Drake's in here says James Pierce out there swinging on them. He says, hello. I love to hear it. Hey man, that young man is he's a freak athlete, bro. He's a freak athlete. Jamil says, dang, what if we had him against Washington? Oh. Yep, that's good competition, man. Hey, Daryl, that Welch's be hit. Coach Rhodes was like, look, do you want a great value brand or do you want Welch's? I like, you bring me some Welch's. In the words of a lot of y'all's favorite singer, don't you ever let me hear you say that again. All right. So I asked everybody in the chat, do y'all feel like the Atlanta Falcons have the best quarterback room in the NFL today? So Armand, he says 1. Michael Smith says 1. Terror Artist 404. Jamil, rounds 1. They all agree. They feel like the Atlanta Falcons have the best quarterback room in the NFL today. And like I said, if you're just now hearing the question, I asked everybody, do you feel like the Atlanta Falcons have the best quarterback room in the NFL? If you feel like they do, put a 1 in the chat. If you disagree, put a 2 in the chat. I would definitely like that. I want to know. Also, make sure that y'all hit that like button. If y'all hit that like button for me, I promise you I'll dance at your wedding one day. I need to get to 100 likes. If you can help me get to it, look, I ain't gonna be able to sleep tonight till I get to 100 likes. So if y'all can hit that like button for me, I need sleep. I've been going off of 3-4 hours of sleep, sometimes 2 hours of sleep for the last 3 days. I need some sleep, and I got to work tomorrow. So if y'all could help me sleep tonight. Southside Ricky, Dreesy, Ron KK, they all say 1. My homeboy Yuri says, I've been saying we got the best quarterback room since last year. Hello. Yes, sir. You have been saying that. You're Melvin Emery, Darnell. They say 1. They feel like we got the best quarterback room in the NFL. I agree. Atlanta Falcons fan Denver says, I ain't arguing with my mama. So you must be crazy. Hey, Bo, you ain't never lied about that. Boy, I ain't arguing with mama country. Shoot, last time I did that, there were frying pans and everything flying across the kitchen. I said, boy, let me get up out of here. Bernard, he says too. He says he doesn't agree. Okay, Bernard, tell me who's the best quarterback room in the NFL today. Let's see. Uh, what's that? Bent realized says, what's the record prediction? 11-6. No, 11-6. That's what I'm going for. Padre says nobody smacks grape juice like that. Nah, that's Thunderbird. Well, what? Come on, Bo. I ain't flying like that now. I ain't flying like that. Jamil says, now that's talking about the kicking count. Yes. Man, come on, Bo. Mad dog now. Y'all just put anything on the whole dog. Y'all just put anything on the dog. John Person said he feels like, yes, we got the best quarterback room in the NFL. Shouts out to my homeboy Ray 50. He says, how is exit? Man, it's just looking good. I feel like he's more explosive, a little bit more athletic than Justin Simmons. I'm eager to see how him and Billy Bowman are going to look with pads on when it comes to tackling, because a lot of people said that was Billy Bowman's weakness. They said he, has a tendency to miss tackles. Wait, what? Coach get his grape juice imported from liquor. Daggone. Goodness. King Landon says 1.2. Man, but King Landon on the fence, homie. Come on now, King. You gotta give him something better than that now. 1 or 2. Give me one or the other. Yeah, I guess unless I have to round it down to 1. Eugene Hunt says big 1. Okay. Jamil says we definitely going to trade Kirk Cousins for some picks for show midseason. Okay. Carl Thomas, so emotional, says 1. Nando says 1. Okay. So I mean, look, it's one of them cases where I mean, I legitimately feel like I feel like we got the best quarterback room in the NFL. If someone tells me that we don't, I would definitely like to know who does. But moving forward, if Michael Penix can put everything together, if he could distribute the ball like he has been throughout training camp, that you heard him say that he's been focusing on getting the ball to Kyle Pitts. If he could continue to do that, we're going to be in really good shape. Also, moving forward, we run a little bit more inside zone than we ran in years past. I feel like that's that's attributed to Ryan Nuzil. I feel like they could run that more a little bit now. And if they can do that, I feel like that's going to open up things for the deep shots down the field. If they can establish dominance with the inside zone run blocking scheme. Now, moving forward, as far as the offensive line goes, once again, I can't really say if the offensive line is looking great or not, or how they're looking, because we don't got them pads on. But and Marlboro, he answered the question. The answer to your question earlier is Justin Simmons and Matthew Judon. They don't play for nobody. And to go back to that point, fact of the matter is, you had Jimmy Lake as your defensive coordinator. Justin Simmons, his hands were kind of tied, right? I mean, that scheme was just terrible. You couldn't really expect him to do too much of nothing. You could tell he kind of went off script against the Chiefs because he knew how to beat the Chiefs. Matthew Judon, I mean, what could he do? Because once again, a lot of times he was backpedaling. So moving forward, you bringing in guys who are a little bit more explosive, a little bit more athletic with a more aggressive scheme. I'm excited to see what we can do. Bernard said that Kansas City has Patrick Mahomes and Gardner Minshew. Patrick Mahomes and Gardner Minshew? Oh, come on, man. Look here, I respect your opinion, but Patrick Mahomes and Gardner Minshew? Ah, man. I just feel like the backup is so much better with Kirk Cousins. Gardner Minshew, Kirk Cousins, right? I mean, before Kirk Cousins fell off the cliff last year, he had better numbers than Patrick Mahomes did. And the crazy thing is, Michael Penix has the potential, and you know what, Bernard, like that's where I can agree with you in that regard. Now, I do know that we were top 5 in almost every offensive category whenever Michael Penix started those last 3 games, but we haven't seen him for a whole season. But fact of the matter is, moving forward, Kirk Cousins, Kirk Cousins, Patrick Mahomes, like Kirk Cousins was balling out now. Before he fell off that cliff, we that's something that we got to acknowledge. We got to acknowledge. Mike Smith, he said, "What those linebackers looking like, Bo?" Shouts out to my homeboy 330 in here. 330, what's going on, Bo? Hope you're doing good tonight out there in North Kakalaki. As far as the linebackers, I didn't know Justice Simmons signed with the Ravens. Okay, so he's gainfully employed. Appreciate that, Skin. But the linebackers, so Jalen Walker, Jalen Walker looks like a veteran out there. He's playing he's playing inside, he's playing as outside linebacker, filling gaps appropriately. Great footwork. I don't think I've seen him false step once. Very vocal out there. He's looking like a leader. He's definitely bringing a whole nother. He's bringing an edge to this defense. Him along with James Pierce Jr. I really feel like it's going to be a culture shift. Because apparently James Pierce Jr. is a lot like y'all. He's part of the crash out crew. So so it's one of those situations where I think the linebackers are looking good. Devon Diablo, there were a couple of times where I seen Devon Diablo hit the wrong gap. I don't know if it was a situation where that's where the play was designed to go. Of course, that outside zone run blocking scheme, you normally have options. It's kind of like running like a power O, except it's a zone. And Bijan, he cut it back on him one time, and man, Bijan would have he would have housed that one. But other than that, Devon Diablo, he looked real good in coverage. Had a pass breakup on Saturday. The speed is there. Caden Ellis is Caden Ellising. JD Bertrand, I'll be honest with you, I really didn't get to see him that much because you have two separate fields. So on the left side, that's where the 1s and 2s normally run, and on the right side, that's where the third string practice squad guys normally run. And I was mainly paying attention to the first and second string. Sometimes they would bring guys over from that practice squad to run with the first and second string, or the third string guys to come over there and run. So I really didn't get to see too much from JD Bertrand. Of course, y'all know Troy Anderson on the pup list, but yeah, I mean, the linebackers are looking good. I'll be completely honest with y'all. I know the linebackers were such a liability last year. This year, I really feel like Jeff Ulbrich is going to help put us in a situation where we don't have to really worry about that. Let's see. Like I said, make sure that y'all hit that like button. Y'all hit that like button for me. I promise I'll dance situated one day. Check it, look and see here if we hit our goal. Let's see. Daggum! I won't be able to sleep tonight. Thank y'all so much for helping us get that 100 like goal. I definitely and greatly appreciate it. Austin Pinkley's in here. He says Pitts look any better, more engaged. Yes, Kyle Pitts is more engaged. He's looking good. I'm definitely enjoying watching him take things to a whole nother level. Moving forward, Michael Penix, he acknowledged, he was like, hey, we got KP the ball more today. There's going to be a whole lot more of that. So, yes, I definitely love to hear that. Southside Ricky says, I hear Helms is showing out. Helms is doing Helms-like things. I feel like he has a really good chance to make this roster. Initially, I said he might be on the outside looking in, but y'all, like, it's looking like that safety room is going to be one of the strengths of this defense. Whenever you consider the Billy Bowmans, whenever you consider the Xavier Watts, the Jordan Fullers, who everybody always tends to forget about. He always starts practice off with the ones, Jesse Bates and the Marco Hillums. Bro, you got some safeties. There's one thing, you safe. You got the home plate in time, bro. You safe. Oh man, so Kobe Bryant, he's on that NFI list, but you see him out there like jogging and running around, but I don't know exactly what's going on with that. You got a chance to chop it up with him today. Like I said, he's kind of secretive about that, but I'm definitely eager to see him play some ball. King says, I know they'll use chart to stretch the field, but do you think he's better than Ray Ray for that third down spot? He's taller and faster. But the thing is that Ray Ray's shiftier. Ray Ray actually has like a good rapport with Michael Penix. So I can still see Ray Ray being that third down wide receiver. Um, bro, Ray Ray's looking better. Ray Ray's looking better than he did last year. In all honesty, shouts out to Ray Ray. Caught a long pass today, like 50, 60 yards. I mean, he's balling out, bro. Yeah, he's balling out. You love to see it. Eugene Hunt says, "A big look, bro. I didn't realize Leonard Floyd was that big." So everybody's talking about how big James Pierce is, right? Now, Leonard Floyd looks bigger and more intimidating than James Pierce. I'm just gonna be completely honest with y'all. If they rotate them guys, it's gonna be constant pressure. It's gonna be constant pressure. They got the same body type, long, lean, lanky, and extremely fast twitch. Bro, it's gonna be it's Leonard Floyd is looking like the truth. And as a matter of fact, once again, no pads, 3 days of practice that I've seen. Leonard Floyd, as far as like the way that the moves that he's using and just his get off, I mean he has like the best get off that I'm seeing out here. Leonard Floyd, James Pierce, they got the best get off. Arnold Ebiketie, I'll be honest with you guys. Arnold, he kind of getting lost in the shuffle a little bit. So, we're going to see how that goes moving forward. Will Amy, yes, I could definitely see Billy Bowman getting that nickel spot. Yeah, Floyd, yeah, he's 6'5". Leonard Floyd, what is he like 6'4"? But I mean, he just looks bigger. Like he just looks bigger. So, we're going to see what's going on with that. Now, since we're talking about the guys and the different guys who could start and the different guys who might not make the roster, because we know that okay, appreciate that, Floyd. So he's 6'3", just a little bit. Yeah, he looks a little bit bigger. Um, since we're talking about that, I kind of wanted to ask the question. I don't know if y'all heard anything about it or if y'all seen that press conference. I was actually informed about it today. Apparently, they asked Raheem Morris, is it one of them situations where the starters are going to play during the preseason? If y'all heard what Raheem Morris said about that, if you could put a 1 in the chat. If you didn't hear anything about it, put a 2 in the chat. But I want to know if y'all heard about it, because I don't want to waste your time. Right? Y'all know how I feel about wasting. Look here, I know y'all making all the money. I know time is money. I don't want to waste your time. But y'all let me know. Yeah, whenever I was chopping it up with the Dixon Way um at training camp a little bit earlier, he was kind of giving me the rundown. Him and Shonda were telling me they had a press conference. So y'all let me know if y'all had a chance to hear that. Definitely. Also, if this is your first time chopping it up with us, or if this is your second and third time chopping it up with us, I do want to introduce y'all to everybody in the chat. They're the coaching staff. Make sure that you hit that subscribe button. As soon as you hit that subscribe button, you join the coaching staff. And bro, we have a good time throughout the season. We make parody songs. We break down what happened in the previous game. Some people might call us armchair quarterbacks, but I used to be a coach back in the day, and I just love my Falcons and love sitting down and chopping it up about sports and everything. And that way I don't drive my wife, who's Coach Ronnie, I don't drive her crazy. So we definitely appreciate each and every one of y'all for coming on and chopping it up with us tonight. Ron KK says, what you think about Zach Harrison? Zach Harrison's looking pretty good. They're running him in that NASCAR package, and I'm definitely liking what I'm seeing from him. All right, so Daryl, King 7, Austin, Ron KK, they all said that they didn't hear. Like I said, I haven't watched the press conference myself. This is what Coach Larry and Coach Shonda from the Dixon Way. I make sure that y'all check out my family at the Dixon Way out. Great content. They stream everything. Floyd Donnelly, Armand, so everybody else said they didn't see it. Jamil says, man, they better play. I don't want Pittsburgh 2 point. Boy. Floyd Donnelly hit us with a what in the world? What in the world? What's going on, Floyd? I hope you're doing good tonight, fam. Marbo, he says too. Padre says when Pierce gets a year of that NFL strength and conditioning going, he's gonna be a monster. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's right, Bo. Best coaching staff in the world. Best coaching staff in the world. Shouts out to everybody on the coaching staff, man. So Larry told me, and see, you know what? Whenever I just said that, it feels like gossip. It feels like gossip. So Raheem, you watching this? I'm wrong. My apologies. But we're gonna go this. We look. This is the moment we're gonna live in. So Larry told me, I was sitting there chilling with him at training camp in the shade at the top of the hill. Larry said, "Bo, so you watched the press conference from Saturday?" I was like, man, it's been a whirlwind, Bo. I ain't had a chance to sit down and watch it. So y'all might want to, come on there, and I might want to go on there and check it out. The Atlanta Falcons press conference with Raheem Morris. And if I'm wrong, y'all put it, in the comment later, or if Larry wrong, because I passed Larry information. Sorry to throw you on the bus, Larry. But he said that Raheem Morris said that most likely they won't be playing the starters in the preseason. So yeah, I wanted to know how y'all felt about that. Is it if y'all feel like we should play the starters in the preseason? Put a 1 in the chat. If you feel like we shouldn't play them, put a 2 in the chat. So Deanna said, Big Low, I saw the press conference, and he didn't say they wasn't playing. Okay. Appreciate that, Deanna. Thank you so much. Okay, so y'all hear that? Deanna said that he didn't rule that out, but the question still remains: do you feel like, because preseason, it's the first game is August the 8th? Do you feel like the starters should play at some point in the preseason? If you feel like they should play, put a 1 in the chat. If you feel like they shouldn't play and you want to be safe, put a 2 in the chat. I just want to know what y'all thinking. Man, look at here. Jamil, I agree with you, bro. Thank the Lord. I agree with you. Because goodness gracious, I'll get nervous. Yeah, look, I don't know if y'all heard how I was breaking the news to y'all. Like, so yeah, I'm hearing that oh man. So y'all feel like we should play and put a 1 in the chat. If y'all feel like we shouldn't play him, put a 2 in the chat. Shouts out to my homeboy Kenyon Mental. He says when the Braves have a bad year statistically, the Falcons make the playoffs. He got a point. It's kind of like what Thanos said. Whenever she asked, "What did you sacrifice?" and he said, "Everything." Oh man, okay. Appreciate that, Deanna. Thank you so much. That once again, best coaching staff in the world right here, Bo. Everybody keep me informed. Look, Deanna, look, I would have moving forward, I would have had a chance to watch it before. But yeah, this weekend was crazy. This weekend was crazy, my friend. He also says, in my opinion, he said basically it's fluid. That was my interpretation. Okay. So Deanna said, if you go back and watch that interview, D-Led asked that question around the 9:20, 9:30 mark. Okay. Appreciate that, Deanna. Appreciate that. Yeah, Matthew Bergeron, he was fighting James Pierce. Yeah, him and New Zealand, they were both fighting James Pierce. Jamil says yes, he feels like the starters, or at least the rookie, some of the rookie starters should play. Just give them some, just give them some run. Drees Brownlee says one. King Landon says one for one game, but I'm cool. I'm cool with that. I just need you to, I need you to touch some grass. J Miles in here. What's going on, J Miles? Much love to my brother J Miles, man. He says one. Jamil says, woo, thank the Lord. Chester Hot Fry says, how hard is it to play your starters in the preseason for two? Exactly. You're always trying to recreate the wheel. The best way to prepare to play football is to play football. Right? Like I don't understand. I don't understand where we're going. The best way to prepare to play football is to play football. How many games out were we for last? Was it a game and a half? Last year we missed the playoffs. If we would have prepared better, and Kirk Cousins would have felt more comfortable with the offense, and we scored one touchdown, we would have won that game. We lost to a team that didn't score any touchdowns. The best way to prepare to play football is to play football. It's just like basketball. The best way to get in shape to play basketball is to play basketball. You can run suicides as much as you want to. You could, you know, doggone do all the basketball drills and everything as much as you want to. The best way to prepare to play sports is to play sports. Training camp and an actual game are two totally different things. You run these plays back and back and back and forth with training camp, it don't make no difference. But being in a game, playing against somebody that you don't know or somebody that's not on your team, having to play called, having to, they try to simulate it in training camp, but it's not the same. The best way to prepare to play football is to play football. False Star Falcon says, what's good, y'all? He says, I'm going to check the replay in the AM. Okay, Bo. I appreciate you for coming on and chopping it up, and at least checking in. I appreciate that. Jared J says, one. Play them for the first quarter. Okay. Antoine Wartime's in here. Says one, at least a half or a quarter in one game. Okay. Trademark says, and I think it's my first time seeing you in here, Trademark. Welcome to the channel. He says one, at least one or two drives. Okay. Daryl Brownlee says it'll be his job on the line if they don't play. They stumble the first half. Bo, you ain't never lie. You ain't never lie. That's right. Your Braves, they sacrificed a year for the Hawks and the Falcons. There you go. Nando, Dustin Albers, Ron Johnson. Ron Johnson says competition is king. They all agreed. Go ahead and play them boys. Go ahead and play them boys. Jamil says, don't remind me, Bo. Chris Boswell, man. Bo. Austin Pinkley says, I bet Koo kicked a lot of balls and didn't seem to help much. Man, look, Koo went 4 for 5. Lenny Craig went 6 for 6 and kicked the 61-yard field goal. So, hey, it is what it is. Don John says, sounds like you need to take in some electrolytes. Yeah, so I actually take the liquid IVs with me. But but Coach Roney said I didn't hydrate well enough beforehand. So what I might do, I'm seeing I might go ahead and get an IV or something the day before, so I'm good to go. Jamil says, I like that Raheem cut the happy guy act. Get better, get more serious. Yeah. I mean, look, at the end of the day, you got to do what you got to do. Like, do you want to be the smiling coach, that's unemployed, or do you want to be the coach that smiles every now and then and get the job done and still have your own job? Yeah, that's the question. So, King Seven says, so low, who you got on the field right now, starting in a 3-4 and a 4-3, from what you've seen so far? Daggone. Man, that's okay then. That's them the kind of questions I like, King Seven. All right, so right now, starting on the outside, let's go AJ Terrell, Mike Hughes. This is a 3-4. AJ Terrell, Mike Hughes. Let's go Jalen Walker, Leonard Floyd on the outside, Ruka Rororo on the inside, and let's go Morgan Fox, Jesse Bates, and I'm gonna say Jordan Fuller right now today. That's what I'm going with. 4-3. Let's go AJ Terrell, Mike Hughes, Zach Harrison, Morgan Fox, Ruka Rororo, they line Dorless out in the 5 a few times. Let's go Brandon Dorless, Caden Ellis, Devon Diablo, um, Jalen Walker. Um, then we're gonna go uh, Jesse Bates and Jordan Fuller. That's how we going. That's how we going. Yes, Will Amy, we do need some turnovers this year. We do need some turnovers. All right, so what I'm going to do, since it's training camp, it's a special occasion. I'm finna put the link in the chat. I'm gonna put a link in the chat. Y'all tell me what y'all thinking so far, as far as what you've seen and heard about training camp, and we'll take it from there. We'll take it from there. But yes, I do agree with a vast majority of y'all. Um, it's one of those cases where we do need to play the starters at some time during training camp. I really feel like Raheem Morris, he's so worried about the relationships and he wants to, give these guys who aren't going to make squads an opportunity and get them some footage. And he wants to get these practice squad guys some opportunities so they can get picked up by other teams. You also got to worry about winning today. You got to worry about your team getting the win. So if there's anyone that wants to come on and chop it up with old country boy, y'all feel free to hit that link. I would definitely and greatly enjoy to have you on for a little bit with me. Shouts out to my homeboy Tidy Atlanta Bird Game. What in the world, Bo? Man, I hope everything going good with you, man. I know you told me that y'all were moving and everything. I hope the move went well, my friend. We got my homeboy Will the Don in here. What's going on, Bo?
What's going on, man? What's going on?
Yeah, we trying to
Me?
make it.
Do you
Trying to
feel
make
better? Oh yeah, I was asking how training camp was going, what you had seen, and what you think about this defense? Because I heard this defense looking nasty, man. This
Man,
defense
the
looking
defense
real
looking
nasty.
legit, Bo. They looking legit. Look,
Um,
but once again, it's one of them situations where I can't really tell you how they looking for sure because once again, we ain't popping no pads. So it's it's kind of hard to tell at the end of the day. Kind of hard to tell at the end of the day.
so yeah, though I already got a little couple scuffles. Or right, I think Kellen McGregor and James Pierce, and I think that's part about it. But yeah, this defense serious though this year, man. So hopefully we stay healthy for the season and get to our
Man,
playoffs.
Man, James Pierce got in a fight with 3/5 of the offensive line.
God dang. Man, I fight. We need that passion of we would last 30. I think we would last what 7 years last to get to the quarterback.
Yeah,
So
man.
yeah, that's an A+ though, man. But I'm gonna be in the background. I know you got somebody else who's going to join the panel, man. But hopefully I see you when the season start around Tampa Bay. I'm gonna be at that game.
Hey,
Show
well,
for
shoot,
sure.
you already know, man. Hit me up, Bo. We'll link up.
All right, what in the world, Bo?
What in the world, Bo? Yeah, I'll take
What
it
in the
easy,
world?
man. Definitely, definitely. Does anybody else want to jump on? Y'all feel free to come on and chop it up with old country boy. Like I said, it's one of them situations where we're getting ready to. I feel like going to one of our most successful seasons, in recent history. Fortunately, the question is, do y'all think Raheem Morris is going to be able to turn it around? Because I know that. I mean, let's be honest, guys. The man's job is on the line. If he can't if he can't turn it around, if he makes a decision and says, "Hey, I'm not going to play my starters during the preseason," he legitimately, I mean, he's playing with fire. So, for example, Larry, he asked me earlier today. He was like, "Well, let me ask you this: Is it one of those situations?" What's going on, Dre Woods? Much love to you, Bo. And yes, Jamil, the pads are on Tuesday. Yes, sir, you are correct. Um, Larry, he asked me, he was like, "Well, let me ask you this question, Lo. If it's one of those cases where moving forward, let's say they do play in the preseason, Raheem Morris makes that decision and he plays Michael Penix in the preseason, and Michael Penix gets hurt in the preseason, misses the year." He was like, does Raheem Morris gets fired for that? And I said, absolutely not, because your job is to win with the players that you have. And daggum, you got the best backup quarterback in the league. I mean, I'm not saying play Michael Penix for 10 of the I'm not saying playing for 10 of the quarters in the preseason, but daggum, at least let him get a few possessions, in, so he could kind of, get a feel for things. Because I mean, Kirk Cousins was obviously rusty whenever he tried to just come in cold turkey and play for a whole new team and a whole new offense, and trying to come in off an Achilles injury. But, you know, I'm going to tell you something. We got one of the best content creators on YouTube in here. My homeboy, Atlanta Falcons Fandemic. What in the world, bro? What's going on with you, man?
What the world, bro? I don't know about being the best. I don't know
Man,
about that.
well, you the man, bro. You the
I'm
man.
in here, but I don't know about being one of the best, though.
Nah, bro, that's you. That's you,
Hey,
man.
man. Hey, I feel like I've been up at camp, listening to you and Jack Spade and uh, the Dixon Way. I feel like I've already been up there to camp. I haven't made a trip up there yet. I
Oh,
had
okay.
yeah, I had planned every intention of going up there, but had to let go one of the guys that worked for me, so I had to get out there and do some work for myself. So
Mm,
yeah, so it was a means to an end, but it's all good.
there you go.
But
There you
I'm glad y'all had fun up there, man.
Man, bro, we had a good time. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm tired.
Yeah,
I'm tired, bro.
hey
Um,
man, but it's worth it. I hope it's worth it.
man, it was, bro. You got a chance to see so many other fans and
Hmm.
content creators, and man,
Right,
it was like a family reunion. It,
right.
it,
I
it,
bet.
it
I
did feel
bet.
like a family reunion, bro. We had such a great time.
Yeah. To be honest with you, that was actually my whole intention on going. I can always see my Falcons, right? But I don't get a chance to see all the content creators that
Yeah, man.
I engage with. So that was my whole intention on going. But I got to make that money, so man, I can keep going to these games.
Look here, that's the most. Look, shoot. Hey, you gotta make that money. You gotta keep them lights on, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
Gotta
My
keep them
wife,
lights
everything. If I got to spend money to keep these season tickets, my wife, man, she'll kill me.
on.
Yeah,
Man, shoot.
but I
No,
hope, I hope, I hope Raheem learned his lesson last year. I hope he used that as a stepping stone to increase his head coach. You know, it's all right to smile. It's all right to do that, but you don't want to become that overly jolly, even when things are going bad type of head coach.
yeah,
So, to
yeah.
me, Pete Carroll, he had a great balance to it.
He
He had a
did.
great balance. You know,
He
he
did.
smiled when he needed to, and he showed his rear end when he needed to. So he knew when
Exactly.
to. Yeah, so I like that type of coaching. You know, but
Exactly.
yeah, I hope he learned a lot from last year.
Man, I think he has. I think he has. I think like if you watch his interviews now, it's like you can see him like he'll kind of want to crack a joke, but
Yeah,
then he'll lock back in and be like, all right,
there you go. There you go.
everybody. I know everybody's watching me because I messed up last year. So yeah,
Right.
I think he has, man.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
also got my homeboy Deshaun Carswell in here. What's going on, Bo?
What's up, man? I'm trying to get told you if I can tell you that the fucking movie I made. A preview of it.
Yeah, for sure, man. For sure. Yeah, I tell you what,
Um,
can you email it to me?
yeah, I need an email.
For
Go
sure.
to my Facebook, Deshaun Cadwell, and just put it in my inbox.
Okay, okay. I sure will, my friend. I sure will.
Uh, and okay, let's talk about this training camp,
What you got?
man. Okay, I'm gonna start with the crazy stuff first. I'm sorry, crazy stuff first. The fight, yeah, I loved it because it was hot as hell out there. Um,
Boy.
can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah. We
Yeah.
Okay,
got.
it was hot out there, and hitting each other all day, you're gonna get frustrated. But I believe that Bergeron poked James in the eye, and James like, "You one more time, and me and you." So Bergeron said, "Okay, the next hike, I'm gonna bust him back of the head." So he busted him back of the head, and then the fight started.
Man, that's how it
And-
normally be, man. That's how it normally be.
but
Look.
look, then Bergeron said, "Welcome to the NFL."
But you know what though, I like to see that side of Bergeron because he's like the clean cut
Hmm.
boy on that line.
No, Bergeron,
Everybody else
he
got this
came into
here.
the NFL with attitude.
Yeah,
Bergeron.
yeah, exactly.
Man,
Yeah,
look,
I like to see that.
look at here, man.
But,
In fact,
the
if you
next one I'm
blocking
gonna talk
that
about.
well, if you blocking that well, you ain't clean cut.
No,
Well, I mean, as far as that not having that choir boy look, because everybody else got a beard. Pretty, I think everybody.
Yeah.
I think,
He clean shaven. Yeah,
yeah, and he's kind of like that schoolboy, choir boy type look on his face. So yeah, I like to see that side of him.
man. You
Yeah,
and
look,
then and
man.
then and then Jalen gonna mess with the biggest person on the team. He gonna mess with McGarry. What's wrong with him?
Hey, that boy crazy, man. That boy, I'll tell
Hey,
he want to do crash outs, man.
yeah.
T
yeah.
King TV, what in the world, boy? What's going on with you, man?
He
Uh-oh.
king, he in the streets.
Y'all can hear
Yeah,
me?
boy. Yeah, we can hear you. You froze up, but we can hear you.
Yeah. Wait, all right, so check it. I got two questions.
What you got?
What happened to this wide receiver everybody was talking about? They can't I think he went undrafted. Everybody talking about he gonna make the team and not since training camp started. I ain't hear a peep out this dude. What's going on
Come
with
Uh,
on,
him?
man.
talk
Nick
Nick
Nash.
Nash.
Huh?
Talk
Nick
Nick
Nash.
Nash.
Nick Nash. What's going on with him?
Well, first of all, shouts out to Nick Nash, man. I had him swag surfing today. Me and Nick
Okay.
Nash were crunk. But Nick Nash caught a touchdown today. Like Nick Nash is, I mean, he's out here playing pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
But why we ain't talking about him?
bro. There's so much
Easy.
other stuff. There's so much other stuff to talk about, man. I mean, I'm looking at all these crazy plays and James Pierce going in the UFC and the NFL at the same time. You
Right.
know, Ray McLeod going for 60 yards. Bijan Robinson, they
Yeah,
picking up everybody draws off the field.
yeah,
Mhm.
Right.
It's hard to get everything in there.
yeah.
Because listen, I think it's crazy, right? Now watch this. We still got Drake London. We still got Mooney. We got Ray Ray. And we got Hodge, right?
Yeah,
Mm.
You still go get DJ. I get it. But we still got Nick Nash too. So it gonna be kind of tough for us to get all them wide receivers on the board too. But it's
And we
like,
got Bill.
is he even gonna make the team, Nick Nash? Cause think about it. Everybody was saying, oh, I guess we going big in the slot. But
Mhm.
then if he like that, then why you go get DJ? If he was like that. Now I'm not trying to say he ain't,
Mhm.
but it's
You got to
confusing to
see.
me when you go get somebody else. That's what I'm saying. And what's going on with our cornerback boy, like in the number 2 spot? Cause what I'm seeing and what I'm hearing, he getting dusted. What's going on?
So Mike Hughes,
Yeah, Mike Hughes.
man, I
He
see
made
Mike
a
Hughes.
couple. I mean, he made one play here and there. I mean, for the fumble wise, but I heard nigga been doing this something serious in training camp.
Yeah.
Well, I put it to you like this right here. I feel like with the circumstances that are given, I don't feel like he's been playing that bad. In all honesty, now to answer your question in regards to the wide receiver room and why they picked up DJ Chark. So I talked with one of the scouts. Apparently, DJ Chark played with Easton Stick, in uh, Los Angeles. And
Okay.
just like Coach said earlier, Coach Deshaun, man, it's hot out there. If Darnell Mooney ain't gonna be able to practice because of the shoulder injury, you don't want to have these guys gas from taking on these reps. So they brought DJ Chark in to get a look at him for training camp. And I mean, I wouldn't doubt if he's not cut, but it's one of them situations where they needed a camp body.
Mhm.
You
As I put
right,
it, to me, I
but
think
I'm
it was.
think you right, but I'm thinking like this, right? So once more go down, that give the young guys more opportunity to do and to showcase their talent. I think when you bring in DJ, because granted, like he been around for a minute now, right? Came from out
Yeah,
of LSU.
like 8 years.
So you
Yeah.
get
They
right. So I mean, these young guys, you got to give them the opportunity. I'm thinking like this. If I'm the coach, you need to get all the opportunities that you need to get right now because in the game time, we can't play everybody. Everybody ain't gonna get think about it.
Yeah.
You're gonna have London, you're gonna have Mo, and you 9 times out of 10, you're gonna have Ray right there.
Yeah,
Hodge.
Mhm.
Anybody else, they just gonna be on a team or just on a
Riding the
practice
bench.
squad.
Well, with the,
Yeah,
I
around the
think the
bench.
hope is that these speedsters uh will find a way to make the special team, like Casey Washington did. But at the same time, too, you want to err on the side of caution. That just say Mooney gets sidelined a little bit more. Let's just say he won't be able to come back until the bye week. You got a veteran wide receiver there that can still contribute if he's still here, like Big Low said, if he's still here, that can still play because he's not making but 3 million. So
Right.
you don't pay a guy 3 million to come in and sit on the bench. You do want to see him somehow or another contribute. So if they just say
Yeah.
Darnell does not come back until the first game of the season or even after the bye week, you still got your very experienced receiver. Now
I
it
gotta
it it it, it baffled me too because I'm like this dude here was talking about retirement.
right.
So it baffled me too. So I'm like, but then if you look at it from a coaching standpoint, you want to bring in a well established receiver, and you don't want to pay a whole lot of money.
exactly.
Right.
And the pads.
Yeah,
But to your statement, that 3 million, that's like pennies on a dollar when you looking at somebody making 50 million sitting on
yeah,
the bench. You got
exactly.
what I'm saying? So them 3 million, hey, bro, you gonna get cut. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? If you ain't doing what you need to do.
yeah.
Granted, like your first 2 years at Jaguars, you handle your business.
Mm-hmm.
Then injury came.
Yep.
Then what happened after that? I mean, my eyebrows go to raising up like the rock now. Come on now, come talk to me.
Yeah,
Yeah, hey,
I
bro.
feel
Listen, you
you.
don't get a lot of chance with me because I'm tired of losing.
Yeah, exactly.
And then listen, and then what make it worse is I live in New Orleans.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
imagine going to the barbershop full of Saints players. I mean, say Saints people. You know what
exactly.
I'm saying? I get a hard time now. So listen, I need for them to handle their business. So I need to go in the barbershop, Walmart land again, and talk
Mhm.
shit. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? I ain't been able to talk shit in years.
Yeah, got
I be having to duck a couple niggas. A lot of
you.
niggas I be able to duck. That's crazy work. You know what I'm saying? Diabolical. You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying? I
hey,
can
if
go two
everything
weeks without
goes,
getting a haircut and everything
yeah,
doing like the football season.
yeah,
Excuse me. You know what? We can lose. We can only. I'm looking like this. we can win 4 games, and the Saints still can't say nothing about us. Not a damn thing.
Oh man,
I ain't mad at that, Bo. I ain't mad
Oh,
at that.
look. Very disappointed. I'm very disappointed. I ain't lying. Kobe Bryant. Man, I'm thinking the first training camp, I'm gonna see my guy. We gonna talk about Kobe Bryant. Man, I turn on the YouTube, he out. For
yeah.
what? We ain't even get one snap of the guy. What's going on with him, Big Low?
He
You
needs
there in
more
real
weight.
time? What's
Yeah.
going on?
I
He
don't
needs
think
more weight.
he was only put on the pup list that just physically unable to perform, right? So
Yeah, on the
that doesn't
NF5,
mean
nine
he's injured.
football. It was
Yeah,
on the
that
nine
means he might have
football.
some tightness somewhere,
Yeah,
that type of thing. But he's not injured like Darnell Mooney is. So
yeah.
we may see him sooner than later.
Yeah, they
Because
say
Man,
that he need to get some more weight.
yeah, he definitely do that. He definitely do
Yeah,
that.
they trying to get
But
up to 185.
I like
man, my
I like his heart. That Joker, man,
Yeah,
he
yeah,
ain't
yeah.
backing. He ain't backing down from nobody. I mean, I don't care how
listen. You could have all the heart in the world, but if you ain't able to get on the field, hey, bro, you got to
yeah,
go.
yeah, true
I
that, true that.
apologize. Now, listen,
True that.
Kobe Bryant was my guy. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
he gonna be
But
the fan
listen, just
favorite.
because,
Now.
huh?
He's gonna be the fan favorite. He
Man,
already is.
they
He's the
love some
fan
Kobe,
favorite.
boy. They
Yeah,
love some
everybody
Kobe.
looking for it. So
I
I think
get
what
it,
he
man.
does, man. But it's like we were saying earlier. These veterans they have to compete for their job this year.
Yes.
Right,
People like Mike Hughes. Yeah, he
right,
definitely want to compete. DeMarco Hill knows he has to compete because I mean that's why he's balling out right now
Yeah.
because
right.
he has to show out. And the way it looks like Atlanta is getting rid of people who have these injuries that could affect their performance.
Troy
Cool,
Anderson.
Yeah, so
cool.
I mean, yeah, and
Troy
Troy
Anderson.
Anderson, I love him.
You
You
gotta go.
know, I love his size, but his availability. Like last year, I had high hopes for him last year, but he got hurt at the time when we especially needed him
Yeah.
again.
How you save Atlanta in the Saints game, then the very next game you unavailable. Man, what's
Yeah,
going on?
I
And you
mean,
out.
yeah, yeah.
I
So,
don't know, man.
We
yeah.
telling him to retire.
And
And
I'm wondering. Go ahead. Sorry.
it telling him and Q cool to go get on that little bus and then ride on out and a little check on the side and everything because they ain't working. I ain't gonna be
Uh,
a
Man, but
makeup
look,
man
bro.
this year.
they
Big
say
Low.
they had a little kicking battle going on between them two. They said they were hitting it from the 50 consistently, and then
Bro.
Cool missed first.
Yep.
So
Yep.
yeah,
Craig,
Oh,
Craig,
oh,
Craig got that leg on him.
yeah, they said that boy got a leg on him.
Yep.
the
Yeah,
other guy.
Lenny
The other
Craig.
guy.
Yeah, Lenny
Washington. What's
Craig.
going on in Washington?
With Casey,
Casey,
Yeah, what's going on with him?
bro. Casey
Because he
dropped
was
like
another
three.
one that everybody
he got to get
was
some
talking
time.
about last year.
Bro,
Yeah,
Casey
he
dropped
got to
like
get
three
some time.
passes today, man.
Yeah,
Man, listen, when you say you got to give him some time, how much time we need? You talking about 2 NFL seasons.
yeah, it's gonna be on coaches. It's gonna be on coaches to get him some time. Because me, man, I love his size with that speed. You talk about over 6'2",
Yeah.
200 pounds, and you running the 4.3. Man, that dude is fast, man. And
I'm
he
telling
block.
Oh, listen to this. I do think Atlanta had missed the mark. I think they missed the mark. Right? Now watch this. We have a joint practice with Tennessee. Eh, If we dominate, that ain't gonna tell me anything I want to know because there was, you know what I'm saying, the 32 and like the last team in the league, #1 overall pick. They didn't tell me nothing. Now
Yeah,
watch this. We we needed to have a joint practice with them boys, right? The Lions. That's who
right.
I really wanted to see because
Yeah,
they gonna tell me everything I needed to know because
yeah.
like them dudes just had a hell of a season last year. So why
hmm
we ducking that action
Yeah.
and then we going to some dudes who we were already better than?
I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you
I
why.
think.
Because
Wait,
you
wait, wait, wait,
did.
wait, 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 wait,
Go
wait,
ahead.
wait.
Go ahead.
I think this his way of saying, "Oh, we dominated in this practice, so we ain't gonna play the starters in the preseason like he did last year."
hmm
But wait, tell me what you think.
Yeah, I'm thinking that we playing teams like Tennessee. One, the other team have to accept. You know,
Yeah.
Detroit's not going to say this for us to go play Detroit. That'll overshadow a possible showdown later in the season if we end up facing them going in the NFC into the semi-championship,
Playoff.
whatever you want to call it,
Yeah.
but
The playoffs. Yeah.
in the playoffs. So that you don't want to diminish that. It's like you see, you got to look at how the marketing work too. You got to account for all that, and that's where your player, what his name, McKay, that's where he make his money at. You know, you don't want to make a showdown with them because if you that television time with Atlanta and Detroit, if that was to happen further down to the future, how much money that would bring, that would be crazy.
All right, so check
Can
it
I say
out.
something right quick? Can I say something right quick?
Listen.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead,
Deshaun.
go ahead.
Okay. Go back to Casey. I believe Blair is a little bit ahead of Casey.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Yeah, because Casey, because like when they played Blair last year, you know how much we call it when you call it first pass, they gave him so much grievance and praise. When Casey called his first pass, they just pat him on the back. Yeah. But when Blair called his pass, boy, everybody jumped up and everything like. Casey got to watch that like that now.
Yeah, you're right.
Casey's gonna be here though. Casey's a special teams guy too.
Yeah, he is.
What's the little short guy name? Natron Dean.
Yeah.
That's name. Natron Brooks.
Brooks. Yeah, I think about Natron Means from back in the day. Yeah.
Those guys make that special team, so they're gonna be here.
Right.
But I do think Casey's gonna get more reps this year. I do believe so. But I do believe Blair is gonna be, he's gonna be that guy. Yeah.
Yeah, Chris Blair looks good, bro. He's good.
So let me respond to you. Going back to the Lions, the reason why I say that would have been perfect for us, right? Because if you got to think about it, last year the Lions made it that far, and they had about 13, 14 dudes on defense hurt.
Yeah.
So imagine they got the defensive line, the linebackers, the cornerbacks, you know what I'm saying? And they safety going up against us in practice. Now, the reason why I say that is because at the beginning of the season, we knocking off Russ, we trying stuff in it, you know what I'm saying? And it's not like we're gonna be running out real plays.
Right.
It's gonna be like, hey, throw London the ball. Let me see how you gonna hold up against such. So I guess what I'm saying is I don't think they're gonna take away from the real showdown in the playoffs, right? Because none of that is scripted. Like in the playoffs, we trying to knock y'all head off, and y'all trying to do the same thing. I think it will put us in a better position moving forward, and we're gonna hit the ground running if we would have seen the Lions in practice, because they're gonna tell us everything, especially our offensive line. Because sometimes when people be sending us them blitzes like that, we can't hold up and get the blitz sometimes. I don't know why, but we can't hold up like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So
we struggle against the blitz, especially against the Steelers.
I'm gonna say this right here.
Go ahead.
As a coach, you don't want to give a possible playoff or a possible just NFC or someone who's in your conference nothing.
Right.
So if we do a joint practice, I don't want you to know my languages. I don't want you to know my calls. I don't want you to know my audibles. I don't want you to know my tendencies. I don't want you to know what my players are good at, because we practice together all week. And then 3 months from now, we could meet each other in the divisional playoffs, or we could meet each other in the NFC championship.
Yeah.
I don't want you to know any of that.
Yeah.
So that's why most teams, whenever they do the scrimmages, they always do it against a team in the other conference.
Let me put it right here.
That's fair assessment.
I don't know if y'all remember when Oko Cinco were playing against Baltimore, right? And he tried to talk to the defense, and the linebacker kept on moving them. No, stop talking to him. Stop talking to him.
Yeah.
Because he don't want nobody know what's going on his side. Yeah. And that's because like every time you get friendly with the other team, you start slipping in the mouth. You start pillow talking. Cause he asked him, hey man, where you from?
There
you
you
going
go.
there? Where next play? Oh,
Yep.
y'all coming around this way? Okay, you can be ready.
Yeah.
So what coach what Big Low saying is true, because say we had a practice with the Saints.
Oh God.
That'll never happen. They the ops.
No,
They the ops. Tell you right now. If we had a practice, listen. Somebody get fired. Cause somebody, listen. Somewhere along the line, somebody missed the mark. You know what
but
I'm
look,
saying? If we ever have practice with the Saints,
Yeah. Sure.
but look, if they see all our moves and stuff, every time we play them, they gonna beat us.
Right.
You don't want to give you don't want to give
I
the
won't
other
get it
team
out.
nothing.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
You want to
Yeah.
give them nothing.
And
I
see,
don't get
and
it.
one of the videos that I did, man, I alluded to, us giving up that idea of outrunning the South. I
Okay.
don't want to think that low no more.
No.
We want to take the South.
Yes.
We got to worry about teams like Washington, Detroit, San Francisco, Green Bay. Doing the ones we want to go. We want to get prepared for. This NFC South. No, they don't even prepare for that. Prepare for what? We're either gonna be either number one or number two. Either way, we're gonna look past the NFC South, going into the NFC Championship and beyond. So I'm that outrunning the South stuff. I thought that was a bad idea last year to just use that as a medium for your team or a goal for your team, just to outrun the South. I think we should take the South and go head on into the NFC Championship where we belong.
But you're right. But I think the reason why they say that is because let's say you sweep the South.
Mm-hmm.
That's an automatic you being put in the playoffs, right? Because only thing we got to do is beat our division. Then you
Right,
go in the playoffs. So I think that's what they mean when they say that,
right,
and which I understand because we beat the Bucks twice, right?
right.
You
Should
know
have
what I'm
beat the Saints.
saying? You tell me about it.
Man.
Tell me about
Should have
it.
beat.
We should
Should have
have,
beat.
but man, them damn kickers, bro. Them damn
Yeah, I know,
kickers.
right?
Oh,
So
they
But
gonna put
we
Justin
got a
Kerry.
Superman chat from old Kerry. Kerry says, "What in the world, Bo?" Says amazing training camp today. Kerry came up from Florida to come to
Wow.
training camp. She says, "So happy you made it. So happy you made it, Kerry." She says, "Appreciate you." Here's a Superman chat for some Culver's ice cream. Dun dun dun.
Ooh.
That's a Superman chat.
Hello, Miss Carey.
Man, shouts
Hey,
out to Miss Kerry, man.
hey,
Have a
Kerry,
great time today.
I
You
know
know, you
you're
know,
happy to see
Bo's
you.
not sharing that ice cream now. He's not sharing that ice cream.
Nah.
uh,
You give
hey
them that
man,
one.
but
Y'all
let
hear
me
me?
listen, but I appreciate you live, man. I appreciate all y'all on the live, bro. But I'm gonna go in on, but I'm gonna let y'all go. I'm gonna go back down and listen to y'all.
All right,
Hey,
Bo.
man, we
I'll take it
appreciate
easy
you,
now.
man. You had some good questions. I love it.
All right,
Appreciate
Bet.
it.
take it easy.
Yeah.
We
Hey,
also got Big John in here.
There you
Kerry,
go.
I hope Kurt will happy to see you.
Yeah, they said what you say.
What I say, Reverend John. Reverend John.
I told Kerry, I hope Kurt will be happy to see her. That's that dude.
Man, boy, don't even get Kerry started on Kurt, boy.
Oh man.
Don't even get Kerry started on Kurt. Mr. John Harris, how you doing today, my friend?
Gentlemen,
What's going
it's
on?
hot. The air conditioning running. So I'm sassified. Long as the AC on, I'm sassified. I don't even know how I made it this far without.
Daggone. Gotta love it,
Oh,
man. Gotta love it.
man.
Four-piece finger.
Shouts out to John them over there at the eye test, man. We appreciate you
Man,
for coming in.
you know, when I grew up, I was over in the Pittsburgh section of Atlanta, and the best air conditioning we were getting was having two window fans blowing out.
Yeah.
There you go.
Now,
Hey, there you go. So you put one fan blowing in the house, and you put the other one blowing out the house.
Yeah.
That's how we always did it.
Yeah.
well, we had a double barrel shotgun house.
Daggone, John.
Right.
What in the world?
Yeah,
Talking about the
living
skinny
room.
houses. Yeah.
Living room, kitchen. Living room, dining room, kitchen, back porch, and then the bedrooms on the other side.
To the side,
Right.
So we had two fans blowing out,
Yeah.
and you talking about toes smelling like popcorn and burnt grease. I mean, folk. I mean, me and my 2 brothers and my 3 sisters in another bedroom, man. I mean, we would roast till about 4 o'clock in the morning. And right before time to go to school, that's when you get sleepy.
Yeah, exactly. Mom did a little different. Where the sun rose on one side, that would be the side where the fans were blowing into the house, and it's where the cool side of the house. I'm sorry, I had it backwards. That was Mama was blowing out.
Yeah,
on the other side of the house, he had the fans blowing in.
That's how we did.
Yeah,
that's how we did.
And East Lake Meadows, it was all them apartments was cinder block. It wasn't no sheetrock. So
y'all in a piece of it. Yeah, y'all in a piece of it, man.
Ooh, my goodness gracious,
man. But that reminds me of the good old days up in Suwannee where you had 2 a days. And man, I used to get up there early in the morning and get up there on that hill by the McDonald's. Ooh. And hey man, they come out, practice for a couple of hours. What would be around about 9:30, 10 o'clock, practice till noon, go back in. That's why I head to the McDonald's and try to cool off.
I don't see how y'all did it. I know I couldn't make it. Oh, also we got a couple of comments in here. Jamel Hill says, Coach Ronnie, 3 geek is gonna outrun the South, North, East, and West. William Amy says, cool job on the line. Ray 50 says, if we go undefeated in the South, don't guarantee us a playoff berth. I don't know where you get that from, Bo. And then Carrie says, Kirk Cousins was hiding from me because I had my blank, blank, blank shirt on. That's my quarterback. So Carrie, I still can't say it. Carrie. Also, we got Jack Spade in the chat. Jack, what in the world, Bo?
Hey man, I heard y'all talking about them fans. I just want to know, Country, when you gonna bring them 2 fans back that you borrowed from me a couple weeks ago? Because you told me you'll drop them off, and I don't see no fans.
Oh my goodness!
I don't see no fans.
Hey man,
it's getting hot out here. Atlanta, it was almost 100 degrees today. What's up, Manuel?
Yeah, I relayed that message that from Big Low. He said something about
you got it. No, don't worry about it. HOA didn't put a paper in front of my damn door talking about Moody's cars. I said, well, Buddy got the keys. They said, where he at? I said, he up north. He up 75.
Boss man, them fans ain't coming back till November, bro.
Come on, he got me.
Hey. I'm just saying, man, it's too hot to give up any kind of doggone cooling right now.
Oh man, A1 forever got my ladder. Country got my fans. And then Saturday, shout out to Smitty. I won the T-shirt. They threw the T-shirt in the crowd, and I got the T-shirt from the Energy Squad. And I turned to Smitty. He was like, "What's that?" I said, "T-shirt from the Energy Squad." Smitty just grabs it out of my hand and just puts it in his pocket.
I like that. You got Debo for the T-shirt, Jack.
I said, I thought about it. I walked away and I said, Smitty just took the T-shirt from me. I don't know if I'm gonna get it back, but
nah, you get that back. That's done.
Done deal.
But it was cool, man. Everybody's having a good time, man. We all having a blast out there. Keep on, man, Country, man. These 3 days have been entertaining, man. Let me tell you something. I love it.
Bro,
yeah.
It was.
I was telling him when I first came on, man. I showed up appreciate y'all keeping us in tune what's going on, because quite a few of us that weren't able to make it for whatever reason. But man, you guys kept us going. I saw all the pictures, the videos, and a lot of people have video to walk from the parking lot and all that type of stuff. So I saw you and Lo consistently. I said, man, good gracious, we need celebrities or something. I said, man, I need to get my butt on up there.
But so what happened was, whenever we got to the front gate, we told them we were Deshaun Coswell's cousins. And
that what it is?
Yeah. And then they were like, oh, for real? It was like, we got y'all. Y'all good. Then they gave us this VIP badge and everything. It was crazy. Thanks.
That's what they said to you? Because they asked me, am I the one that does the thing? Because they said I got to finish 2 houses the other day. They were looking for somebody to come by and check out the work. So
I hear you.
Don't call me Superman.
But I'm gonna address that one comment right quick. Lilo, I'm gonna call you Debo. But I'm gonna address that comment young man made about just because we outrun the South don't mean we guarantee for the playoff. I didn't say we'll guarantee it. I did say if we were to get into defeat. Get past the South.
Yeah,
we want to be able to focus on the NFC Championship and beyond. Don't let just outrunning the South be our main focus. Yeah, I know it's not guaranteed. I know that for a fact.
We were 6-3 last year and outran the South at 6-3.
So and just to give you a prime example, I've been a fan since 1978. And 1981 was my first heartbreak from the Atlanta Falcons.
Come on.
When the Dallas Cowboys came in here and snatched the NFC Championship from us. Oh man, you talking about a 10-year-old crying, crying his heart out. Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna say this right here. I'm gonna put this out here, and y'all can say what y'all want to say. What I'm about to say, but I'm gonna keep it real. It's the 60th anniversary and the Eagle Super Bowl. I'm gonna keep saying it all year. 60th anniversary, Eagle Super Bowl.
Look, I ain't mad at it.
I take that all day long.
I'm not mad at it.
I take that all day long.
I'm gonna tell y'all something.
Here we go.
I done been on this roller coaster for ever since they built it in the park. 1966. 1965 when they signed the contract and got it from the AFL. When we were putting this thing together, and when they hired Norb Hecker as head coach, instead of going with the league's recommendation of Parcells and what's his name? Oh man, I had a name on the tip of my tongue, but it's been a heck of a ride because we have been doing things wrong a lot of times.
Yeah.
Now, this year, and we talked about it Friday night. We talked about it Wednesday night. Man, you have people that are no longer Falcons fans after 2016 because their heart, they just tore their heart out of their sleep, out of his chest, just messed them up.
Yeah. And
it was mostly the older people who had, picnicking on the what was that? That had to have been the East Lot over there near Azar's package store. Man, out there with a bottom carpet of hopper grasses down there on the field in Fulton County Stadium. Man, rain, sleet, snow, whatever. Diehard Falcons fans. We got our first taste of championship and Super Bowl back in 1998. And it is time.
It's time.
It is time to progress on because we've tasted playoffs. We've tasted NFC championship. We've tasted being in the Super Bowl. Now it's time to taste what Super Bowl victory tastes like. When they first built Flowery Branch up there, you could go right in the front door. You go right in the front door, then walk through the place, and then walk right out there on the practice field when they first opened it.
On the field.
Yeah. Man. And right off to the left was the trophy room. And that, that old NFC Championship trophy that looked like a half of a stadium cut in half.
Yeah.
Man, it was sitting there. It was just sitting there. Cause man, we were just going up there a lot of times just to see what that looked like.
Wow, that's crazy.
Now the last time I saw that trophy, it was before 2016, and one side of it had started to get burnt because the light was on it for so doggone long, and it didn't have other trophies to kind of break that light up.
Wow.
It was just sitting there by itself. You know, I think I saw a spider crawl across top of it and go back down the other side. You know, because it was in there by itself.
Yeah.
It was in there by itself. But man, I went to Pittsburgh.
Man,
Man, let me tell you something.
It's a display. It's a display.
Yeah.
And I advise everybody, if you possibly can, take that trip up to Canton. Take that trip up to Canton.
Go to
the
Canton,
Football Hall of Fame.
Go to Canton. It's
Well,
crazy.
Man, I'm telling you, man, that was, man, I think Emmett Thomas was being put in when I went up there.
Oh, okay.
But
Go
man,
ahead,
I'm telling you, man, that's like who was that said that? John Madden said the bus talk to each other. I have no reason to doubt that.
Man, I wouldn't doubt it.
I was up there at Canton Hall of Fame for the Falcons Hall of Fame game a couple years ago, and you know they got rooms dedicated to like certain players or teams and so on. And they got like a whole Tom Brady room over there. They had the Matt Ryan gloves from the Super Bowl. They had like the cleats from Vic and all that stuff. So it's really cool for anybody that's never been to the Hall of Fame in Canton. They show a lot more than what I just said, but it's super cool.
I say like this: if when you say the Falcon fan stop being a Falcon fan at 216, it's like me. If I stop dating women because I got hurt by a woman, I don't know how to survive. So I can't even give up on the Falcon like I don't give up on women. So wrong with people. They just gave up that 1 year.
Oh my goodness.
Ball man. Ball man, if you hadn't found her after a certain age,
they ain't been found.
Oh, she out there now. I ain't worried about she out there.
There you go. That's right.
Have you seen her?
Look, check it out. Right now she with somebody else, but he gonna let her go. One day he gonna let her go, and she don't come home to me.
But I tell you what, though.
Jamel Hill says, hopefully get to meet all y'all soon, aside from being Falcons fans. All of y'all are from, I don't know why he put Jack Spade on here, but he did. But he says, all y'all from Jack Spade, T. Will, Kerry, A1, all the coaches, Bodie, says, y'all just cool people to be around, I could tell. Look, we as you can see, we definitely have a great time, man.
Yeah.
You definitely got to love it. Will Amy said in 1981 he wasn't born yet, or a twinkle in his father's eye. Tony says, if y'all want to go see a nice trophy room, all you gotta do is drive 3 hours to Tuscaloosa. Wow. Okay.
Calm down.
Yeah.
Do they wait a minute? He said Tuscaloosa. Do they have an exit off the expressway yet?
You gotta go down to the next exit and double back.
Yeah, you gotta
okay.
You got cut through the woods, like
yeah.
Okay.
I
know Alabama is down there, but I didn't know they had an exit yet.
I know they
I
a lot more.
I don't stop till I get to New Orleans. I ain't.
I said I know they added a lot more bathrooms near Tuscaloosa.
They had a lot more bathrooms than Tuscaloosa. Wow. Gotta love it, man.
Well, that's what Charles Barkley said. That's what they said. That's where the toothbrush was invented. They got more teeth in the pocket than they got in the mouth.
Antonio James said they working on it. They working on getting.
Oh, okay, all right. What they got a donkey wheelbarrow and a pickaxe? You ain't gonna get no road paved like that. Son. You ain't get no road paved like that.
Oh man, look, man, we gonna get ready to shut it all down, fellas. Atlanta Falcon Fandemic. You want to let everybody know where they can find you at, fam?
Yeah, right now, man, everybody can find me on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. But guys, we got to come on board with this new team, man. We got a whole new administration, we got a whole new coaching staff. But like John said, man, back in the day, if you were a fan back then, and your owners were the Rankin Smith brothers, you're gonna show enough appreciate what you got right now.
Yes.
But y'all, man, and I'll probably talk about that a little sooner or later. But I'm still reeling from that. But yeah, just go to YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and Atlanta Falcons Fandemic, y'all. I'm there.
Definitely.
Yes, sir.
Deshaun Coswell, you want to tell us about this movie you've been talking about, brother?
Yeah, I wrote a Atlanta Falcon movie. I wanted to talk to you, Lo, so we could talk about it again. I can tell you a little preview of it.
Okay.
Probably we're gonna together and then put it out.
For sure.
And
Definitely talk about it.
it's a good movie. It's about us surviving, going through the trenches, and you gonna have some of your favorite players in there. I made sure you were there, but you're gonna be crying about who is this, who is that. Yeah. But it's a good movie. I wrote it. I wrote it a couple months ago.
Oh, okay.
And it called Rise Up. I mean, I had two days going, and Lo, to get in my DM, day2 Caswell on Facebook, and give me your email, whatever, and I send it to you, and then we'll talk about it later, and then we'll say it to the world.
That sounds like a plan, my brother.
Uh-huh.
Big John Harris, you want to let everybody know where they can find you, my friend?
Lo, really appreciate you letting me come on in the house this late at night. Usually Mom wouldn't, but I really appreciate it. My channel and my show is called The Eye Test. We go on every Wednesday night. We'll start out with Falcons content or general sports content. And that's my partner right there in the comments, Mr. Winston Thornton.
Mr. Winston.
And we'll just go till we get till the old man get tired. A lot of times they want to keep on going, but we'll go until I get tired. And I'm going to the camp Tuesday. And I'm riding with a friend of mine. I just told him to keep the car warm because I might get put out. But if Ryan was up there, Matt Ryan was up there, I know I'd get put out. But and Lo, I just wanted to tell you, man, I really appreciated I appreciate you guys coming in and coming through or whatever. And I appreciate the Saturday where all of the content creators, you and Dixon Way and everybody, just saw all of you guys taking a picture in front of I think that was that fence there with the Falcons logo on it.
Oh yeah.
And man, we all family, and we have different perspectives on the team, and I really appreciate that because I learn a lot from you guys, and I hope I have a little tidbit from the old man that you guys can hang with.
Hey man, look, thank you so much. Whenever y'all are live, thank you so much for accepting me in there. I definitely always enjoy it, and man, you look, John, you know how we rock. You know how we rock it. And if we can only keep Uncle Steve in line. That's the hey, go on, man. It's like
I already retired from one job, man. I send me. That's it.
Jack Spade, one time for the fan. Best podcast in the world.
What is that? Saving the best for last. That is.
There you go. Jack, you want to let them know where they can find Jack, my friend?
Hey man, I'm just blessed to be on the podcast with y'all, man. Like John said, man, we're a really tight community, man, and with this fan base, as you can see, country over the weekend, man, a lot of fans are excited about this season. And I just did a 2-hour podcast and came over here just to talk with y'all, man, because it's all Falcons all day with me, all day. But yeah, I'm Jack Spade, man. One time for the fan. Big shout out to Miss Carrie. Big shout out to Bodie 3000. Big shout out to T Will from One Time for the Fan. Sundays at 8, Wednesdays at 8, Friday mornings 9:30. Breakfast with One Time for the Fan. Big shout out to everybody who's just been rocking with One Time and every other podcast content creator that's in the space, because we have a good time doing this, and the season's about to start, and we're about to go back and do the same thing again we did last year, man. Talk about the Falcons from week 1 until the end of the season, man. So big shout out to everybody. The Rise Up Tour Fan Club, you can go to the riseuptourfanclub.com and get information on away game events. We have a jam-packed season ahead for these away games. A lot of special guests, people pulling up, a lot of special performances from some artists from Atlanta. We're bringing the West Side to the West Coast this year, man. So big shout out to everybody that's going to be going to Arizona and San Francisco. So, all the other away games too as well. But thank you all. Country, thank you. iTest, thank you. And of course, Atlanta Falcons Fandemic, man. Big shout out to you as well.
Hey, Jack. I've been hearing about that breakfast show you do, man. I'm gonna have to get on with you. But
Man.
I only eat pork for breakfast, so we're gonna have to bring it. We're gonna have to bring it on that one now.
Hey, if you can get up, man, 9 o'clock in the morning, come talk some Falcons, man. The
We'll
platform
do
is
that.
open to you. The platform is open to you. Everybody enjoys it because, it's like their morning drive, going to the gym or going to work. And here we go talking Falcons, man. So anytime the platform is open to you, man.
Gotcha. Appreciate it.
That's it.
Appreciate you having me on.
Oh, for
I'm gonna
sure.
go ahead and take off because my wife, I think she looking at me kind of crazy, so I'm thinking my cue.
Yeah,
So-
yeah. You might.
Boss man, we'll get with you. We'll get with you.
Yeah.
Always a ball of fun talking to y'all.
Hey man, it's always a good time, bro.
Yes, sir.
Definitely.
Yes, sir.
Shouts out to you, Jack. Look, man, every year we always have a great time. Whenever I talk to old Jack Spade, I talked to other people about Jack Spade. I was like, hey, that's my brother from another mother, man. So shouts out to you, Jack.
Yeah, man. Son kind of beat me up today on that golf course, though. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't doing that.
That's why I didn't even. That's why I didn't even make an effort after going to training camp. I was like, yeah, I can't do it.
Man, this joker took me to the top of the mountain in Barrow County. I said, bro, I have never been to Barrow County, Georgia before. What is this?
Bro.
But yeah, man.
Yeah, I went straight home. Straight home.
Man,
Took
them
the
dog,
shower, got in the
man.
bed.
That clubhouse too doggone far to run to, Jack.
Boy, what you talking about?
Hey,
What you talking about? Straight
Man,
home,
no.
Jack. Straight home.
God.
Showering in the bed, bro. So
Man, being on that doggone golf course this time of doggone year, man, just like
Exactly.
passing by them fields in lower
after training
Alabama.
camp, though,
Yeah.
he was at training camp this morning. Then he
Yeah.
went to the golf course.
Woo.
He a better man than me.
Yeah.
Man,
He a better man than me, bro.
It was hot out there, and the water stations were down. I'm glad they had a cart girl because I was getting ready to pass out about 2-3 times, and then cart girl came around. You need some alcohol? Yes, I need alcohol.
Lord
yes,
have
I
mercy.
do.
Yeah, you really trying to pass out?
about what time was that?
It's right. 2:30. Tea time. 2:30.
Okay, but up at Flowery Branch, about what time did it start getting hot? Because I know the practice starts at 9:30.
So where you planning on sitting, John?
I was headed up there to the now. We hadn't been there in a couple of years. Last time I went, they had that the bleachers up there at the top.
It's pretty cool up there.
Yeah, that's where I was going to go.
Yeah, it's pretty cool up there. So down there where we're at, because the sun, the sun is shifting. So around 9:45, that's when the sun starts beating down on you, and by the time 11:30 gets there, you're like, man, I don't know if I could make it. So
yeah.
I didn't make it to 11:30. Around like damn near 9:45, 10 o'clock. I had to go back up there with the Dixie man, so I gotta get up out of here.
Yeah,
you'll be good at the top of the hill.
Yeah, that's where I'm gonna go.
Yeah, you'll be good up there.
Because see, it ain't that deep.
Yeah, exactly.
It ain't that deep. Now, I possibly may go down and watch the kickers and the offensive and defensive linemen down on the end. That's where I remember them being down on the end, close to the dormitories.
So now it's like they normally have like the first team and the second team on the left, and they have the third team and practice squad players on the right by the dormitory, and they break them up accordingly. Most of the time they break them up on the left side. So they changed it up a little bit.
Are the fields lined up end zone at the hill going back toward the enclosed field now?
Yes, sir.
3 of them.
2.
The third one is facing the other way, facing left to right. That's where the kickers were.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
On the other side.
Yeah. Last time the fields were in front of us, going from left to right. all the way down before they
okay.
did the renovation. So
Okay, yeah, they're
okay.
vertical. Yeah, they're vertical.
Oh,
now.
okay. They're
Yeah.
vertical now. All right.
Yeah,
All
you got the two north to south ones in front of you, and then the one that Letty, Craig, and Cool was on. That's the one closer to the barn. They shifted that one to go left to right.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Well, I see when I get up there.
Yes, sir. All right. Well, look, I appreciate each and every one of y'all for coming on, chopping it up with us. So everybody out there that don't know me, my name is Big Low Country. I'm just an old country boy, former football coach that loves to sit around and talk about sports. Y'all could have been anywhere in the world tonight, but y'all came on here to chop it up with us. Make sure that you hit that like button. I don't know where we finished at with the likes tonight, but I'm pretty sure y'all crushed it as usual because y'all are just great, just awesome. And make sure that you hit that subscribe button if this is your first time chilling out with us. If you hit any of those buttons for me, I promise you I'll dance at your wedding one day. Thank y'all so much. What in the world, Bo?